For us on Howard 100 News, Steve Langford is considered a top reporter in the Howard 100 News team.
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Howard 100 News curious about this 𝗧𝗵𝗲 treatment that has Robin jetting to the West Coast on a regular basis.
By the way, I got an email about that, Steve, and it's so true. Robin, I'm going to put this out to you, and I read this, and I meant to read it to you earlier. I kind of screwed up. But this does make sense. Well, maybe you've addressed this. Maybe you can answer this question. This is a listener who wants to know more about your 𝗧𝗵𝗲 machine. Regarding Robin's 𝗧𝗵𝗲 treatment, does she realize the irony in the whole thing? Here she is, trying to increase circulation in her extremities. But flying is one of the worst things you can do for your circulation, especially your legs. 10 hours of flying, all for a 1-hour treatment.
10 hours of flying?
Well, 6 hours
going
there,
out and coming back.
6 hours back.
It's an interesting point.
10 hours of flying, all for a 1-hour treatment that probably does more damage than good. And remind Robin, too, that when you're in an airplane like that for 5 hours, you're getting as much cosmic radiation as you would get from getting a single chest x-ray. Tell Robin that I do stress tests for a living, so I can start an IV in her and infuse her with adenosine, the drug we use to increase circulation and speed up the heart.
No, thank you.
Just don't tell her that you can also naturally release adenosine in your body with regular exercise. What about that? Getting on a plane, Robin, decreases circulation, and then you fly all the way to California to get your circulation increased.
I believe the benefits outweigh the costs.
Well, you set off a firestorm in the listeners. Ask Robin if she's going to put herself in a cryo tank when she dies.
Boy,
listen to this. It gets even more intense.
All right.
I've never written into the show before, but this
prompted a letter?
This insane rant from Robin is just too much to ignore. The crackpot pseudoscience methods she has been using are getting more and more far out and dangerous. When that doctor called in and she said that she hated healthcare because it doesn't work, it was just too much. Putting down an educated member of the healthcare community to justify her own crazy methods is absolutely unacceptable. Now I can't decide if she's insane, retarded, or both. If she stays at this pace, she will soon have more problems than just being rich and stupid. At least Artie's funny.
Whatever that means.
I don't know what that is. Wow, Robin got super defensive about the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 machine or whatever today. She was really mean to the cardiologist who called in. It also was a bit insulting as someone who works in the medical device field. She doesn't even know what trans fat is, yet she's lecturing a cardiologist on procedures and effectiveness of them? No way.
Why do I have to know what trans fat is?
She's just into the fad of the week for the rich. I mean, it went on and on. Robin, I've never seen an avalanche like this.
I think we've seen a few. No. I'll tell you, between this and the Florentine story, Robin,
listen to this.
Steve has crawled up your ass and built a camp.
I'm camping out in Robin's backyard.
That's right. We're now a twosome.
Listen to
With me
this.
all the time.
I was so happy to hear that Robin has outsmarted the entire medical community. It's a relief to hear that she can expose the entire medical community for the snake oil salesmen that they are. I'm just relieved that the human race survived long enough eating meat and cheese for her to reach enlightenment. Now that she's going to live forever, can we get her on the couch with Dr. Keith Abelow so we can find out exactly how fucking nuts she is? And finally, Robin, you used to be a nurse? Well, why don't you just buy a symbol off of Riley and wear some of those magnetic bracelets while you get Starbucks shot up your ass? You fucking kook.
You didn't come fucking poop.
Wow.
At least they're being funny while they bash.
Well, there you go. Well, you weren't the only one who got bashed. Double A got bashed, too. It says, fuck Double A.
You're in good company.
He's an obnoxious leech. Please continue to ignore him. Yeah, Eric the Midget. More. No Double A. So there you go. I'm sorry, Steve. You were saying... So
More.
Robin, it got me thinking. You are sitting on the plane for 10 hours, and that does affect your...
You're taking their point of view.
It seems to make sense to me.
Who said that plane travel decreases circulation? Sitting decreases circulation.
No,
so I shouldn't sit here.
There are reports that I've read in 𝗧𝗵𝗲 magazine.
𝗧𝗵𝗲 magazine?
Yeah, actually.
Fred, what do you think of that?
I do believe that person is correct. I can't cite anything off the top of my head like a medical journal, but I've read things to that effect where plane travel is not good for your circulation.
No. What happens
is... They say to get up every once in a while and walk around.
That's right, because you're sitting. You're sitting and not moving, Fred.
So are you doing jumping jacks when you're on the plane?
I said I think the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 outweighs in benefits,
I think it's a wash.
Outweighs the cost.
I think it's a wash.
You think, but you don't know.
Neither do you.
I've actually done it, so I have the at least...
And I've flown in a plane, so maybe that makes tit for tat. Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, you have not done the 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and Robin has. She's right.
There you go. But I've flown in a plane.
Let's go.
And I know you got to get up and walk around.
Let's go to Steve Langford, who has more information probably about Robin.
Such a ridiculous person.
So
you should get up and walk around now, asshole, because you could have the same problem.
He does.
What? Excuse me?
Have you seen how many times he walks out of the room?
Absolutely.
Especially when I need him?
Right.
All right, go ahead, Steve.
So a representative of 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗶, which markets this treatment, set to talk to us later today. Howard 100 News also reaching out to the ever-gregarious John Sally, the former NBA star and a friend of Robin's, to fill us in on his interest in all of this. But an associate telling us John Sally would prefer not to talk to us about 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and Robin.
And Robin. Well, let me tell you something. I don't think it's right that the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 place that Robin goes to is using her picture on their website.
I don't think they did that. That is very strange. I will have to get to the bottom of it.
Ralphie, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, listen, I'd be the first to give Robin shit about this, like if this thing was wacky. But like I spent some time looking the thing up. I don't think these people have. It really seems to be a good thing, and if you can afford to do it, why not? It improves your circulation. I know what the guy's saying about like.
I'd like to
Robin's
see the studies on this. Actually, I mean, being serious for a second, I like to see the studies on it. I mean, this stuff is being used for people who have really severe health problems. Unless Robin's keeping a secret from us, like she's got like angina or some sort of like heart condition, which I don't think she does.
It was invented for people who do have heart conditions, that kind of thing. But
yeah, but if you get up and walk around, it's the same thing.
What?
If you get up and walk around, it's the same thing. It seems like it's overkill.
It's forcing the blood vessels and everything to open up. I mean, it's not like
Let me tell you
does
something.
exercise.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Robin needs this. I'm being honest. I'm against it. I'm against Robin getting these treatments.
Stop it.
I'm against a lot of things you do, but I leave you alone.
I'm not bothering you. But I would rather you
There
didn't
was no
do this.
vote being requested.
I don't think you need this.
What I think is
honestly.
strange, though, is Robin bashes the medical community, and it wasn't farmers who invented the machine. It was medical doctors. So,
Right.
you know,
It was Harvard researchers, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, don't be broad stroking.
But they don't use it.
She
Don't
wants
be
to
a
have her
schnorrer.
𝗧𝗵𝗲 and eat it too.
All right. Thank you, Ralph. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. I'm in the camp firmly against these treatments. But then again, I don't know a thing about them, which would be most
I wouldn't even call it a
topics.
treatment because it's not invasive. It's like exercise. It's the same thing.
I don't
I'm
like you
against
being
exercise.
Well, if
squeezed.
it's like exercise, then there's a Stairmaster.
You're an asshole. I do that too. I don't sit around to do nothing. I exercise.
I don't know why that makes me an asshole for saying something
Because
that's
you're
pretty
acting
obvious.
as if I'm doing this instead of exercise.
I don't know what you're doing. I'm just saying it
Well,
seems.
then keep
it's-
your mouth shut. That's why you're an asshole.
Last I knew it
you
was
didn't question.
Last I knew it was America, and I could say what I wanted. This
yes,
is a talk
you
show,
are, and
right?
I can say you're an asshole. You
Okay,
asked
fair
me
enough.
why I said what
Fair-
I said.
I guess this thing makes you calm, doesn't it?
No, you make me irritated.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry I irritated you.
Fred only says it out of concern, Robin.
No, he
Exactly.
doesn't. He's being
Oh, yeah.
really silly.
No, I'm not.
Again, like I said, you act as if I don't exercise.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said exercise does the same thing as if I'm doing this instead.
You're putting words in my mouth.
No, that's what you said.
I didn't say that.
Exercise does the same thing.
It's exactly that I did say.
And I said I exercise.
I think this thing might be, confusing your brain a little bit.
Go ahead in Boston. Dave.
Hey, now it's Dump Truck. Thanks for taking my call, Howard. I was really trying all morning to get through because I'm a huge Robin fan and I love her and everything. But she was as kooky as Tom Cruise on Matt Lauer yesterday about this 𝗧𝗵𝗲 thing. I mean, Robin's whole argument is, if it works for sick people, then how can it hurt healthy people? So are healthy people supposed to jump on dialysis machines and undergo, chemotherapy?
Again, this is not an invasive procedure like a dialysis or like taking insulin. So your argument is not a good one.
Your argument's not a good one, Robin. I mean, that cardiologist wasn't hostile towards you. He was just trying to explain that machinery is for people with serious
That
problems that you don't
cardiologist
fit
was
the criteria
protecting his
for.
income. If people did this, he wouldn't have a job.
All right. Chad, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, now.
Right.
It's Chad, the cop from Westchester.
Okay.
Hey, Robin,
Yes?
tell everybody to fuck off because whatever you're doing, I saw you on the Howard TV the other day on the wedding list, and you look gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
Well, no one's debating
No
that.
one.
She looks fantastic.
She's sexy. Yes, Ralph, go ahead.
I'd like to take back what I said. If it's akin to light exercise, you just get off your fat ass and go
No, I
running.
didn't say it was akin to light exercise. I said it does the same thing, absolutely, but it does it in an intense way.
Why you guys say fat ass?
And I do exercise. I don't know where this came from that I don't.
Fred started that rumor.
That's
I did
right. That's
not.
how it started.
I never said that.
That is exactly
I
how
never
it
said
started.
that.
He never said that, though.
I never said that.
He was implying that all
No.
I do
I
is
wasn't
go and sit
implying
on
it.
this machine
I wasn't
instead
implying that
of
at all.
exercise.
But
You were saying it was instead of exercise, Fred.
It just seems redundant. It seems nonsensical. It seems like something you don't have to do.
Nobody has to do anything. Nobody even has to exercise.
Unless you
All
want
right.
to, like,
I got a shit.
unless you want to have like Walter Hudson.
Fred has a website, robindoesn'texercise.com. That's what he's trying to say.
He started the whole thing.
I'm going to come up with a machine now.
What is your concern exactly, Fred?
That, that Robin's like doing something and not paying attention to what she should be doing, like just regular health
Like
stuff.
exercising. That's exactly what he was saying.
I'm just saying, it just seems a little, I mean, what the guy said in that email I thought was really right, spot on. You get on an
wrote that
airplane.
email.
No, I did
Be
not.
honest.
I swear to God.
Well, I know you're involved with the email. You read the email.
I do.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones that I thought made a lot of sense. And I'm not going to hide it.
And you feel Robin is wasting time or maybe even hurting herself?
I think the valid point is getting on an airplane, and that does affect your circulation.
I like to fly. I'm enjoying this.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe if you could get one of those machines on the plane as you're doing it, then it's even better.
You made some sort of comment, Robin, that even there's blood flowing to your vagina, or?
Oh, I was joking around a bit.
But are you getting wetter?
No, what are you talking about? Getting wetter?
Because I know for a while you were saying you were using lube.
No. It wasn't a wetness problem.
Right. But you can't get wetter from this?
When have I had a chance to try things out?
Well, I thought maybe Jimmy had gone on. Jimmy's big balls will get you going. What is it, Jessica?
Hey, Robin, what's going on, honey? It sounds like something else is going on with this machine. Like yesterday, the minute people brought it up, you started attacking everybody. Like really, it sounds bad on the radio. Like you're just screaming at anybody that asks about it.
You are feeling a little attacked about this.
Yes, I am attacked, and Fred was attacking me.
Do you really think he's attacking you?
I was not attacked, and if it sounded like that, I apologize, Robin. I was not trying to attack you.
It's almost like you're in love with the machine, Robin.
I am.
Is there something else going on, baby? Is there is something else happening that you don't want to talk? Like you're hiding?
No.
Like a relationship, I meant.
Like a relationship with the machine.
Like,
If she was in a
know.
relationship, she wouldn't be so, unhappy.
Unhappy?
Right.
Who says I'm unhappy?
You're
You
so
do sound
angry,
you
Rob.
do sound angry, Robin.
I'm angry at the medical profession, which has a monopoly on health care, and it doesn't do anything to promote health.
Well, they don't know that that's what you're all upset about. That's like a whole issue. They're just giving their opinion from years of studying.
Well, I can't go into that every
I've never
moment.
seen you so angry over the health community.
A part of my problems were created by being involved with the good doctors.
Wow.
You've never spoken about it before.
Well, I don't tell you everything that's going on with me.
Well,
You need your own show, Robin.
yeah.
No, I wouldn't talk about that on any show. Even it's not.
You're becoming very
fun.
mysterious.
Can she have a little Robin time?
You feel Robin's too mysterious.
Yeah.
All right,
She's
thank you.
becoming Okay,
All right,
guys.
that's your opinion. Thank you, Jessica.
All right. Bye.
Robin, what about that? Are you too mysterious?
Am I too mysterious?
I do want to mention that I have Chevy Chase and his wife Janie on the phone. We have patched things up. We are all friends now. Right, Chevy?
Hello?
Chevy,
Can anybody hear me?
I hear you. It's Howard.
How are you?
How you doing? Hi, Janie.
Hi. You know, it's funny. We don't have anything to patch up. I mean, when we saw each other the other weekend,
Yes.
we were just talking like that, and it was kind of nice.
You know what was weird? Chevy and I were at a party with Janie, and when we were talking, I looked out of the corner of my eye. You know who was watching us the whole time you and I were talking?
No.
The creator of Saturday Night Live, the Lorne Michaels.
Yeah.
He had his eyes on us as if he was seeing like President Nixon meeting with Ronald Reagan, like it was two real important figures in history. He was smirking and watching. But I noticed you don't talk to Lorne Michaels. Why is that?
I just didn't have much to say that night, but I do talk to Lauren. I mean, we don't have any bad things to say about each other. He's like a brother to me.
I didn't know. I thought there was maybe some beef or something. I didn't know.
Oh, no.
And there was something else charming, I realized. When Paul McCartney, John Bon Jovi, Billy Joel, Roger Waters from Pink Floyd, when they were all up there performing together, Jimmy Buffett.
Was Roger actually performing, too?
When they were all up there performing, you took out your cell phone and you said to me, damn, I can't get my cell phone to work. I want to take pictures of this. After all the years on Saturday Night Live, after all the years in movies and television.
He's still impressed by other things.
You were still moved enough to want to take pictures of this. You're not that jaded, are you?
Not that jaded.
I am very jaded, and by the way, those pictures stank, Howard. You know, we tried to put them up on the computer and stuff. I really couldn't see Paul out well, and John and all of them trying to sing. But Billy was hilarious. Didn't you think it was funny when he did Elvis Presley?
Yes.
Nobody could see him, but he was doing Elvis.
It was fun. It was really something really to see. We saw a once-in-a-lifetime event, but I would have thought Chevy would have been like, you know what, I've had every year.
This happens every day.
I mean, the years on Saturday Night Live, the year that you did on Saturday Night Live, all the big stars used to come on. But he was not...
But, you know, you get used to that stuff. I mean, Paul, we've known Paul forever, and we see him every summer.
That was special.
But that was very special.
Combination.
It was funny how they just kept coming up with a key for him, because he didn't really want to sing.
Yeah.
But John Bon Jovi kept saying, what do you want, G? You want E? You want F? You know, and finally they would come up with a key for him. But he did it. You know, that was a fun party.
Why didn't you get up and play? You are a drummer. You even played with Steely Dan. Why did you not get up and play with this band?
Oh, I'm not a professional. You know, I don't do that stuff.
Do you feel intimidated in a group like that?
I don't feel intimidated. I just know who's good and who isn't.
Janie, you and I hadn't spoken since that terrible phone call all those years ago on the radio, but I am really charming and wonderful, am I not?
Yes, I was surprised to discover that.
Yes, I thought you were quite taken with me.
Not only was she taken with you, but I'm getting jealous.
Yes, I think Janie wants me.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
She wants you deeply.
There'll be another feud now.
That would be really ironic. After all these years, I ended up sleeping with Janie, and Chevy got jealous. That would be really, really good. Now, I want to tell you something, Janie, and this is a tough question. But what is it you like about me best now that you know me?
Is that you seem to be a nice guy.
Right. I told you I was. I tried to explain that. Janie, you are involved in a charity. It is the 4th annual Chevy Chase Green School auction. You're trying to raise money for good causes, and I have contributed. I have offered, up there on the website right now.
Yes, you're there.
And we really thank you for that, Howard.
Yeah, so there is a tour of our studios, and you can come in and hang out with us on the air. We're offering that as a charity item on this website. And what is the website exactly?
It's called CharityBuzz.com.
CharityBuzz.com. And you can bid on a chance to sit in on one of our shows, take a full studio tour, or bid on many other exciting prizes. In fact...
And wait a minute, what is this for?
I mean, you could have
It really is for Chevy, actually.
It is.
Chevy's
You're
gonna
raising
keep,
money for Chevy?
Chevy's going to keep all the money. He told me privately.
directly into my pocket. But you can bid on a quiet evening with OJ in Vegas. I don't know, whatever.
How much does that go for these days?
Chevy, what do you think of something like that? I mean, here's a guy who got away with murder, and you would think he would lay low, but yet he seems to have some sort of addiction to being on the front page of the paper. Will he go to jail?
I believe he is in jail, and I believe that he might go to jail for much longer. I'd appreciate it if he would go to jail, so we wouldn't have to hear about him.
That's right. Now, let me tell you what I am going to bid on. On your website right now in this charity, and I do want to hear what this is for, but there is a chance to actually hang out with Cameron Diaz for a day. Is that correct?
We've got to get that one.
Yeah, explain that to me. I get to sit at her movie?
You'd hang out. I wouldn't. But the fact is... The fact is, Cameron's a sweet and a lovely girl who believes very deeply in the same stuff that you do and I do. And,
she really
as funny as we are on, the air or whatever, that in real life, you're a thoughtful guy. And
Don't let me in with that.
Huh?
Don't let me in with that.
Because we're going to buy that and send AA to hang out with Cameron.
I do lump you in there. I've talked to you. I know what you're like. I know that you're a family guy and a good guy. And the fact is, you know how the environment has gone pot. It's really, this is a big deal.
Yes, it is.
To be involved in this is a big deal too, because your persona doesn't seem to lend itself to this kind of thing. But the fact is, what you're doing is a tremendous favor to us.
Well, no, I am a very vocal. I was a big fan of Al Gore. I think he is the president.
You've been vocal on the environment.
And I've been vocal on the environment, and I like what you're up to doing. I'm glad that one of the items is our, studio tour and sitting in on the show. But I am very intrigued with the Cameron Diaz item. Where
she's really going to deal with people.
Get in there and bid on it.
Yeah,
I mean, Chevy and Janie actually really nudged a bunch of good celebrities.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a website where you can get dinner with Bill Clinton.
Really?
Yeah, you can play tennis with Chris Everett. You can spend the day on a movie set with Cameron Diaz. That's the one I'm very attracted to.
I might go for the Bill Clinton.
I like
that. You'd have to be with me too, Robin.
Now, Chevy and Janie, is it true that with Cameron Diaz, I mean, she really has to hang out with us? She just can't blow us off?
No, that says hang out on the set.
Yeah, but
if it were you, she'd hang out with you. But if it was somebody bidding, what you'd do is be on the set. You'd certainly meet her and have pictures and all of that stuff, but she'd be working too, and you'd watch the work.
So you can't go into the trailer with her and try to
you're not going to be her shadow.
There's no.
Go into the trailer and watch her underwear.
How much to bang her?
Yeah.
Artie, you want to bid on banging Cameron Diaz?
I mean, that would raise a lot of money. I mean, if the prize was to actually have sex with Cameron Diaz.
Has any charity ever offered that?
I'd pay $100,000 for that.
Chevy, isn't it true if Cameron Diaz really cared about the environment, she'd have let one of my listeners have sex?
You have to use your visa, I think.
That is correct. Now, so this is for a good cause. It is to help the environment. You guys have been doing this for 4 years. Up on CharityBuzz.com, not only do you have the right to come down to our studio if you're going to get this in the auction.
Now, has the bidding started?
I'd like to come down sometime and see your show.
Yeah, well, come on down.
That'll only cost you.
If you bid, you will be in on it.
Okay, I'll bid. That's right. I'll bid. We'll go up against each other.
All right, so this is a very good cause, and you have all these different items. And how's the marriage between Chevy Chase and Janie going? Are there ups and downs, or are you two still madly in love?
It's amazing, Howard. I mean, to be honest with you, it's rare that you get a marriage that lasts, 27 years.
Yes.
That has always been just, we love each other very much.
You left Saturday Night Live, I believe, from what I've read, and you can correct me on this. You left because you fell in love with Janie. Janie wanted to live on the West Coast.
No.
That was wife
another
number
girl.
2. I'm wife number 3.
You are? Chevy's been married 3 times?
I was married in the 60s for a short period of time to somebody I don't remember. And then for an even shorter period to a girl for about 9 months or so as I left Saturday Night Live.
How did that? Now, wait a minute. Tell me about this second marriage. You're saying he changed his whole life for her, and it only lasted 9 months?
Chevy, that's crazy.
She wouldn't leave L.A.
Oh, she wouldn't. And you went there, and you left Saturday Night Live.
Everybody but me knew that she was the wrong girl.
And nobody told you. Your parents didn't tell you. No one advised you.
Parents didn't have a hell of it.
Well, did anyone say anything to you ever?
No. Nobody wanted to be. Lauren was not confrontational about that stuff. He was just a good friend and a close friend. And I know that he would like me to have stayed. Had he really reached out and said, "Chev, this girl's wrong for you. I need you," I would have stayed.
Oh. You would have.
That's not the way Lauren is. He's a very giving and supportive fella, and I don't think he wanted to lose me at that time, and I didn't really want to leave, but I was very much in love.
But when the marriage ended after 9 months, did you say to yourself, "Oh, for Christ's sake"? I mean, I left Saturday Night Live. I might have had a fun second season.
What was I thinking?
I mean, that had to drive you insane.
It did. I mean, ultimately, I had a film career that happened and all of that stuff. So
right. It all worked out well.
I enjoyed myself and made some bucks. But the fact of the matter is I always regretted not, staying with that show longer because it was really my show. I mean, I founded it with Lauren, and I regret it, looking back. But, hey, a lot of people do silly things in their lives.
But what about, was Belushi and Aykroyd so mad at you that they stopped talking to you because they felt you were undermining their success by leaving?
Oh, no.
They didn't care.
John was a little jealous, and he had a right to be. Nobody could pronounce his name.
John probably wanted you to leave.
But he wanted me out.
And he got Bill Murray.
But we got Bill in, and the fact is, John was wonderful, and I was just suddenly this big star, and it's because I said my name every week. Is what I told John. But John. And then nobody can pronounce yours, And John was probably a little more jealous than I had thought. In fact, I learned that much later.
Yeah, I thought John, from what I've read, I mean, what the hell do I know, that John really thought he was going to be the breakout star the first year, and it turned out to be Chevy.
He deserved it, and so did Danny, who was a resident genius.
Genius.
But the fact is, it happened the way it happened, and I said my name every week. People knew who I was. And there's no accounting for that stuff. The fact is, John did become a big star. That's what he wanted. But he abused himself a little too much.
Yeah, real sad. But so how soon after did you meet Janie, or did Janie break up the second marriage?
I met Janie on a really great movie that I was making, and she was a production coordinator, and I was on the movie. And
you seduced Janie as you were the star. What film were you working on at that point?
Under the Rainbow.
Oh my goodness!
Under the Rainbow with all the midgets?
Yeah.
something. Everybody on that film was on drugs except for me.
Including Billy Barty?
Not the great Billy.
Not Billy Barty.
Maybe not Billy Barty, but Chevy.
Well, you don't know, with 150 little people, who are, you can't tell really.
Chevy, you saw Janie on the set. She obviously was attractive.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to get her in your trailer and seduce her?
I never did anything with her in my trailer. I did it immediately in the office.
In the office, you nailed her.
I was very polite, and I took her out on a golf cart one day for a little tour of the studio grounds and got lost and got sort of embarrassed. But we went out for a couple of dates, and I don't know, somehow she liked me.
The first time he asked me out, he said he came over, and it was for the premiere. It seems like, well, actually, it was like the third time, but the other times didn't. I don't know. He kept trying to get me out. And anyway, he came over and said, I've got this premiere of my film, and sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, but Janie, this is a man who's very famous. You must have been completely bowled over that he picked you out. And there was pressure, I would imagine.
Were you of the opinion that, he's just going to mess me around?
Didn't you think...
He said, listen, Goldie's over in France right now, and someone else was going to go with me, but they don't feel well. Would you go with me? And my response was, not if I'm third choice.
So did you put out, Janie, did you put out quickly for Chevy is the question.
No.
How long did it take Chevy to get in your pants?
It took me, it must have been, 4 or 5 hours?
Was it 5 hours? Was it that many hours? That must have been insufferably hard for you, Chevy, to wait 5 hours. Chevy, were you a ladies' man back in high school? I imagine you were the popular guy with your gifted...
I was very extremely gay at that time.
You were? And then when did you stop being gay?
I stopped when I realized there were girls.
Oh. Now, but Chevy, you had your share of famous women before Janie. You got all that out of your system, right?
As far as you know.
Yes. I mean, didn't you make love, if I may ask, Janie, and this is... Did you make love to Cheryl Tiegs?
Who?
Cheryl Tiegs.
I don't know.
The famous model?
Never met her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, someone... Did you get your share of famous women before you married Janie?
I may well have had some dalliances with people who had a good name.
You did.
Janie, did he discuss every one of them with you?
Did he brag to you on the first date, Janie, how many women he had and gave you a list of names?
I wouldn't have been impressed. It would have worked against him.
Right. So you don't want to know the women he's made love to?
No.
Janie, you've never asked him in the privacy of your own home?
In the privacy of our own home. She's never asked me. We don't talk about that stuff much.
I brag to my girlfriend all the time.
I tell the dogs.
Yeah.
But you tell the dogs?
Yes. To anyone who will listen, but you don't regret having gotten married, even though you had to walk away from that kind of exciting sexual life.
Kidding, man. I've got the best girl in the world.
Oh, I like this. Very nice. You two are a good couple. I am...
yeah, we could tell how solid you were from that phone call.
Yeah, you even stuck up for each other.
Yeah, we love each other a lot.
Well, I'm very happy for you, and I'm going to tell you something. You were always good friends with Gerald Ford. I am one of the few people who will say this. I thought Gerald Ford was a good president.
Underrated.
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 I do, and I've always said that.
He was a sweet guy, actually. Yep. I liked him.
Now, you got to check out this 4th annual Chevy Chase Green School auction. You two ought to come in one time so I can really get into this sexual...
Oh, God.
You know what? We will. And that's a date, man.
Do you
we
have
got to get out now because we got to go do this show. But
you're doing Martha Stewart's show?
I got to thank you so much for doing this for us.
All right. Thanks, Chevy. Thanks, Janie.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Who would ever have predicted that?
Oh, this is crazy.
Well, that's what happens. You hang around long enough.
Stay here and it'll happen.
He actually called me the other night and left the funniest phone message I've ever heard a human being leave.
Really?
Yeah. I was laughing out loud. And I don't do that often. If he comes in, I should save that message so that I could get his permission to play that for you.
I would love to hear that.
He accuses me of being a Jew. He
How dare he?
Accuses me of wrecking his career. It's the funniest thing I ever heard. Up next, by the way, and this is even more exciting, Kathie Lee Gifford is going to come in here and lick my balls.
Well, we haven't been here that long, have we?
No. I don't think we'll ever be here long enough for that.
How long will that take?
You know, Artie, I also want to find out, and I'm sorry I didn't do this just now, But I want to know if he remembers working with you.
It's funny.
When did you two work together?
Dirty Work.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in that too?
He came up. He was up in Toronto working with us for about 2 weeks, and one of the greatest nights I ever had was there was a pool hall that we used to go to all the time in Toronto. And when the first night he came up there, me, Norm, and Chevy Chase, and Norm's assistant, Lori Jo, we went shooting pool. Norm and Lori Jo bailed, and it was just me and Chevy Chase shooting pool together.
Wow.
For about an hour, and then we walked back to our hotel, and I was just asking him questions about Belushi, just picking his brain about stuff that I wanted to know about, and he was so nice. He talked to me for 3 hours together by ourselves.
He probably does remember that.
But then, he did so much funny shit in that movie that they cut out, just physical stuff.
Yeah.
And, he was a nice guy to me.
Wait a second, Artie, I have to interrupt you. Billy Crystal's on line 3.
And he busted Saget's balls in the most funny way.
Billy Crystal, have we made up with him? Is he all right with us?
I don't think he's all right with me.
He's
Jim,
never going to be all right.
Jim, you're on the air.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, now.
Hey, I think the viewers kind of want to know how you guys reconciled. I mean, for those of us that aren't quite up to speed without maybe airing too much of the dirty laundry.
Well, no, I can give you the quick update. What happened was Chevy called. This is funny, and this actually is really interesting story. Gary reminded me of this. There was a time when Chevy and I were going at it so badly, and he was just furious with me, and I wasn't too thrilled with him.
Yeah, and he didn't back down. He kept firing.
He kept firing, and it got really ugly. And Stuttering John was on him, and a lot of the fans were really blasting him good. And they, the fans. One thing about our fans, boy, they stick up for us, and when the going gets tough. So anyway, Chevy, in the middle of it, called Gary in the office, and he said, "I need to speak to Howard." And I said to Gary, I ain't speaking to him. So Chevy said to Gary, listen, it's not even. I don't care if he makes up with me or not. It's nothing about that. He says, I have a source that tells me someone went to the Inquirer, said something about Howard. They're going to blast him in an article. Now, I actually appreciated that. Now, what the hell this source was or what the story was supposed. The story never appeared because guess what? There's really no story with me. You know that. But he gave me a heads up.
Really?
That was the first thing. Yeah. And then what happened was several months later, Chevy called Gary and said, listen, this whole feud thing is really getting to me, and it's just silly already. Any way to patch things up. And somehow, I don't know, we ended up speaking, and I ran into Chevy in California. I was with my daughters. I was two of my daughters, and I took them to a hotel, and I walk out of the hotel. Who's standing at Chevy Chase? And we started talking, and we worked things out. And he said, yeah, I said some shit about you. I'm sorry I said it, and, I don't know. And I said, yeah, man. And he seemed like a really decent guy. And, he is Chevy Chase and Saturday Night Live.
Right, it's
that whole thing. And I'm actually, a big fan of his work and have a lot of respect for what he did. And the fact of the matter is, so we worked things out. And I came on the air, and I told Robin that I ran into him. And, and we just kind of dropped the whole Chevy thing.
Yeah.
And
and it's been a slow, sort of,
So
warming.
I got invited to this party this summer that I told you about on the air, and all of a sudden I see Chevy and Janie walk in, and Janie I've never reconciled
Right?
with.
No, there were never any discussions with Janie. Janie was still angry from the phone call.
I'm standing there at this party with my daughter. I'm talking to Bruce Springsteen, and now all I'm doing is focused on Chevy and Janie coming in. And I'm
is
watching,
that woman going to attack me?
Yeah, I'm watching, and the two of them see me, and they get into a huddle, and they start talking. And I'm thinking to myself, they're probably saying, maybe we're going to leave, or I didn't know what, or we're going to go confront him, or what. I didn't know where things stood.
Janie was just waiting for this opportunity.
And then as the party went on, Chevy came over, and we were talking, and all that, but Janie wouldn't come over. Well, later on in the party, Janie did walk over, and she said to me, hey, Howard, what's happening? And I'm Janie Chase. I said, oh, hey, Janie. I said, look, we've never had a chance to talk. I know things got really weird. I said, but boy, we sure did some good radio together. She didn't really. Yeah, she goes, well, it was good for you. I said, yeah. And I said, well, gee, I feel awful about how this all went down. I've had a chance to reconcile with Chevy and all of this. And she was really actually lovely, made it easy, and started asking me about my kid who was here and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah, the good radio thing, that only ever works with Trump.
Right.
Yeah.
He appreciates that.
He does. And then like my feud the time I had with Sam, that blew over, and the feud with Bon Jovi blew over.
Yeah.
I mean, here I am at Bon Jovi's house. We had a huge feud, it was unbelievable. So it was kind of neat that, it all worked out. And then I heard about their charity with the environment. They were really donating a lot of money and trying to raise money.
Got some good stuff up there for auction.
Yeah, and I said, hey, I would like to help out. They asked me if I would help out, and I said I would. So that led to this call last night where they thanked me for putting this item up for bid, And again, we welcome anybody to bid on it. It's for a good cause. And come on down here and spend some time with us, you know, to sit in for an hour or something.
I'd like to, Howard, but I think I'm going to go for Clinton.
I'm going for Cameron Diaz myself. I think hanging out with Cameron Diaz for a day would just be absolute ball torture.
Well, I could probably pinpoint the exact time and year that initial phone call happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to say late July 1988. And the reason I know that is because it sounds so
it's taken 10 years, 20 years to.
I went. Me and my friends were such big fans of the show at that time, and you hadn't even gotten into Philly yet, I think,
right.
Or maybe you had just gotten into Philly. And me and my one buddy Kevin went away on a vacation. We saved up money and we went to Cancun for a week to try to get laid, which we didn't.
Right.
And then when we got back, my buddy Deej picked us up at the airport, and the big fucking news was that you and Chevy Chase had this blowout on the air, and he told me, he goes, yeah, Howard was telling him, your movies suck now, and Chevy was saying, I turned down 12 movies a day, and you said, I turned down a movie today, and it was like really big news, and I'll never forget that I didn't hear it because he was telling me about it, and that was in July of 88, we went away, so that's probably how long ago we're talking about, almost 20 years.
Yeah, it was awesem radio. I mean, I called their house. And
it was big,
Richard Belzer
news.
And even Chevy in this phone call to me goes, that he left me the message saying that if we'd want him, he would come on the show. Right. He said, we're going to be in a car. We're going to do the Martha Stewart show with my wife. But he said, I would be happy to call in. And he said, here's my number. He said, but don't give it to Richard Belzer. So, like, that was 20 years. And Belzer was like, gee, I didn't think Chevy would mind us calling.
Right. That was, he made a terrible blunder.
Yes, Fred.
My question is he still mad at Belzer?
He could be, because he did reference Belzer. I don't know.
He did?
So funny.
And him and Belzer have a big history together. They were, you remember that movie, The Groove, too?
Yeah,
that Channel 1?
Oh, yeah.
They were together working, doing comedy before SNL.
Belzer he thought that Chevy would actually have a sense of humor, and he would get it.
And Belzer considered Chevy a really good friend.
Right.
Anyway, so here's 20 years it's taken to get this thing on track, but nevertheless, the Chases are doing this 4th annual Chevy Chase Green School auction, and they go to CharityBuzz.com.
Notice we haven't had Belzer on the show. That was Chevy's demand.
And as you remember, Howard, as you remember, Norm had sort of asked you or begged you or whatever to be in Dirty Work for a day, and when I signed on, Chevy Chase was officially on to do the film, and you were a possibility, at least in their head you were. And I was like, wow, that's going to be fun. I'm coming to the set that day.
I was crazy.
Yeah. It's been such a good source of contention for so many years that who knows what will happen in the future. It'll be great.
Yeah, you never know. All right. Hey, thanks, man. That's sort of the brief history of how this all went down.
Is here.
Hughley?
Hughley.
Oh, it's Hughley.
That's what I said.
You're saying Hughley.
Dude, now you're picking my words apart, too?
What do you name Ronnie Und? I mean, come on, you can't forget the first letter to people's names.
Bring the gentleman in, okay? Okay. Obviously, A-list guest. He's got a fruit cake, fruit basket, or whatever. Fruit plate.
He's a funny guy.
Well, he's an A-list guest.
All right.
How you doing, man? I'm good.
Yo.
Okay, hey, man.
How are you, man?
What's happening?
Good to see you.
Usually a dude getting followed on the camera like that is being indicted for something.
Not you, not you.
Watch out, watch out.
So what's going on with you, man? Are you excited to talk to Howard this morning?
Of course I am, man. As excited as you can be this early in the morning.
Yeah, it's true. It's the crack of dawn here right this way.
Hey, now I'm D.L. Hughley. I'm here to promote my HBO special, Unapologetic, at the Howard Stern Show. I'm very, very excited. Plus, they have a great green room, and you can tell when people are making a lot of money because they have really cool snacks in the green room.
Did you get a fruit platter this morning?
Absolutely, but you have to share it with people. I don't generally like to eat fruit in front of people because, it looks bad. But thanks, man. I'm really excited to come down here. We're going to chop it up with Howard and see what we can do, if we can have some fun.
Things are looking good this morning.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, good luck in there today, DL.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Gary, bring in DL. Let's talk to him a little bit. See what he thinks about what's going on in the world. DL Hughley, of course. There he is. There he is. DL Hughley.
And another guy.
Now he's coming in with a bodyguard.
You got a bodyguard
about
too.
Being in here?
Right. You got a bodyguard with you too, huh?
Says Ronnie's going to guard you, then I'll guard DL.
Is that guy?
It's my brother. You got to either pay him or give him a job.
Is that your brother, actually?
He's married to my sister. Been married to her for like 20 years.
Because he came in here, you looked like he was looking for trouble.
Right, yeah. You know, big bald dudes always look for trouble.
Yeah, I know. How are you?
I'm wonderful, man. I really am.
Did you get in trouble for those comments about the nappy-headed
people got
hose?
mad. I don't know how a grown man gets in trouble. Like, you know, like, mommy, did I do something? But people were upset as if, you know, like, all I can do is tell you how I see it.
Right.
And people, like, get very, like, all the shit going on in the world, you worried about what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
if you have enough time to worry about what DL Hughley's doing, then maybe you have too much free time.
Like it's so amazing to me, like, the NAACP just buried the word nigga.
Right.
Which fucked up 45 minutes of my show.
Right.
Thank God they didn't do it before I did the special. It would have been fucked up. But,
you always use the word
right.
in your
But and now it's people in my family I can't even talk to. You don't call me no more. I don't know what to say to you. But in the myriad of things that is wrong.
No, but you said that the girls did have nappy hair,
Some
but
of
they
them
were
did have
not
nappy
hose.
hair.
And people got on you for that.
Right. Like you know, just like I'm watching. You can only call it like you see it. I don't understand why that is.
And you're also telling jokes,
right.
Isn't that the case?
And I'm also telling a version of what you never hear men talking about how attractive female basketball players are.
Right. You don't not.
Like
why don't they do that?
Because they're not attractive.
So you're saying what you think.
I've seen a few of them look like they was wearing cups. Let me tell you something.
You sometimes doubt whether they're actually right.
When you can braid your own hair and palm a basketball,
it's not right.
Just like you see the girl who's suing Isaiah Thomas.
Yes.
Like I would just go, come on now.
Well, I keep looking at. I said maybe she takes a bad picture.
She looked like Dale Davis.
They keep saying he found her attractive.
Oh yeah, right.
But even in the testimony, they say, well, she is a very attractive woman.
Yeah, they keep saying. I don't understand what's going on.
You know what? Let me tell you. I would just walk out. How do we know you didn't sexually? Because I can see, Your Honor. That's right.
Then they would dismiss the case.
Did you see the woman testify? I was sitting at my desk polishing my nails, and Isaiah came up and touched me on my dick. And I knew at that point.
Again, you know, she was a college basketball star.
Yeah, right.
Proves your point.
Right. If you can dunk, I'm not going out with you.
Yeah. You don't want to go out with a girl who can dunk. You're absolutely right. It's annoying.
But it's so many things, and every time I turn around, people are all upset about shit that we know.
Well,
is
yes,
true.
I know. I mean, you know, some of your routines are so hysterical. I've been playing them all day today. But the thing too now this OJ thing is going to bring you a lot. People are going to want to know
what do you do about OJ?
You know, we went up to Harlem yesterday, and we interviewed some of the black community up there.
Right.
And every person said OJ was innocent already.
Leave OJ alone.
To leave OJ alone.
Well, I don't think OJ's innocent.
You do not.
Now I don't know about this. I think this bullshit here is just if it were anybody else, then it would be some misdemeanor type bullshit.
They just talked this through.
But OJ getting the death penalty for this shit right here. No, literally.
You think they're going to put him away?
They're going to put him to death for trying to get his memorabilia.
Now, the crime of putting your memorabilia, you're to be killed.
But OJ must be crazy, right? I mean, he got away with murder.
When you get away with murder, you're supposed to just lay down.
Right. Go away. You know, I remember this guy, 𝗧𝗵𝗲
Right, killed his wife.
Some people accused him.
She didn't die.
He didn't. Yeah, she didn't die.
Alive?
She's in a coma somewhere.
Yeah.
But you know,
the next
if you were married to 𝗧𝗵𝗲, you probably want to be in a coma too. Right. But the fact of the matter is that after his trial was controversial, some people thought he got off. The guy, you never see this guy anymore. He's gone. You don't see him.
Disappeared. Yeah.
But even that, it's just the way that stuff is done. Like nobody asked Robert Blake, and you know he killed his wife.
Well, you know, listen.
Phil Spector shot that woman. I don't care. He looks like the most bored defendant I've ever seen in my life. Can you hurry up and finish this shit so I can get back to my wall of sound? I don't. Like,
it is odd. A lot of people testified that Spector runs around with guns. Right. He's constantly putting a gun in a woman's mouth. And now the jury, they say, is probably hung 7-5. We don't know which direction. That is amazing out there.
But I think that there's a special. I'm telling you, there is a special onus when it is a black man and white people get killed. It really that's the way we look at it in society. Right. Just like Michael Vick. Now the thing about Michael Vick is not that I've seen dogfights and I thought they were horrible. So I just, like as a kid, I went, this ain't some shit I want to see no more.
You stayed away from it.
But it isn't that he fought the dogs, it's that he killed them if they lost.
Right.
And he plays for the Falcons.
Should they kill him if
he would not have survived?
Hey, motherfucker, it's a receiver or two you could have shot.
What about that? How about if in the NFL we kill people who lose every week?
Well, yeah, maybe Michael would see the problem if you put it that way.
There's a lot of gamblers who are completely for that.
But here, comment. This was, in fact, we couldn't find anyone who actually thought OJ had done it up in Harlem. I'll play you this. And tell me what you think. Here's a guy. This is a typical guy we find walking on the street.
Right. Do you think OJ's innocent or guilty of burglary?
I believe he's innocent. Because I don't believe he'll be a burglary type guy. Yeah, I don't see that.
Do you think OJ's constantly singled out?
Since he was in the lights one time, now they're going to try to keep on trying to get him now, you know? to prove them right. You know, that's what we're gonna try to do.
Do you sympathize more with the Goldman family at this time or with OJ?
Well, I say with OJ.
Why's that?
Well, because I think that, you know, he got it coming. I don't think he did it, you know?
See? So a lot of people are siding with OJ. Maybe it's racial.
I do not think that the case, I think this case is a version of what he said. I do think that they're going to get him. We're going to get this motherfucker for something.
Yeah, we got to put him away somehow.
You know, just like when they went after Capone, they ended up getting him for, you know, for tax evasion.
Yeah.
But I think that it's just, you know, we just never say what we feel as a society. We always pretend like it's one way, and then it's another. And that's the thing I resent.
Well, people are afraid because, like, you look at the Emmys. They bleeped out. Fox is so scared of everyone if saying "goddamn" it. They just bleep out anything. We are becoming very sanitized, aren't we?
And we are very. It's so funny because they blame comedians and rappers for the coarseness of, like, slavery was pretty coarse. You know, I mean, that shit wasn't cool. Killing Indians was pretty coarse. Like comedians was going, hey man, fuck the Indians up. Like, and it's so funny. Like, we never tell the truth, and it's just things that, like, in our community, I don't care what you say. The biggest problem isn't AIDS, drugs, violence, shitty schools. It's single parents. It's the fact that women are left to fend on their own with all these children. And it's a lot of beautiful. When I see a single woman struggling to raise her child, it hurts me because I know if she didn't have that kid, I'd be trying to fuck her. I really would.
Now, what about you? I mean, you have a long, stable marriage. How long have you been married?
It'd be 22 years in February.
Is that killing you? I mean, you're an attractive man. I mean, a lot of women must want to be getting close to you.
You know, it's like my father said a long time ago. It'll be all right when the swelling go down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Is that it?
I have a wife who I adore. Like, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that, like, most women, she's insane. You know, like, how
does she get crazy? I mean, I know you're irrational. What does she do?
Like the other, we were doing something. I was hosting Def Jam Saturday. So they gave me flowers in my dressing room. So a woman, you know, and the flowers have been there for 3 days. We smoking cigars and flicking the ashes in the flowers.
That's not right.
So a girl came and she was talking about how beautiful the flowers were. So I said, oh, take them. You know, my wife. 10 minutes later came, where the flowers at? And I said, you know, they told her that some girl had took them. She storms down to go get the flowers. I'm like, girl, you can't fucking go in the parking lot and take flowers from somebody that inflict ashes. It is the point. I said, this is my fucking dressing room. So it's just irrational.
Do you think she got jealous that you were somehow...
You're giving flowers to another woman?
But it wasn't even...
It's her flowers.
Yeah, I didn't even care about them.
Of course.
I could give less than a shit about these flowers. They had been there for 3 days.
So then you go, hey, what's wrong with me? Why did I marry this woman? Do you doubt your decision?
No, well, you know what? I tell you, honestly, not to kiss her ass. If you have to spend your life with somebody, then I have a wonderful woman. My mistress gets on my nerves too. But
yeah, you got a lady on the side. They all get on your nerves.
All right, these motherfuckers here. I got kids that get on my nerves. But
you got a lot of kids. How many kids you got?
I have 3. I have
3
a
kids.
20-year-old.
No kidding. How old are you?
I'm 43.
No shit.
Yeah, and she goes to Smith. And she is an intern in D.C. She's trying to help abolish the death penalty. I'm so glad she's an intern when Bill Clinton ain't around.
I was going to say, she's an intern in D.C. You got to be worried.
She's not blowing anybody.
No. Well, you
don't know.
I'm certainly praying. Honey, Daddy loves you.
When she said, I'm going to Washington to be an intern, you just checked who was in the White House. She said, she's not going to blow
Well, it's a lot of gay women at her school, so blowing a dude or...
Maybe blowing a dude is good. Who the hell knows? You know, I still don't understand. Honest to God, and I'm not saying this because you're here. I don't understand how you didn't get that late night show job. I'm talking about CBS after Letterman. You were up for it.
And
Craig Ferguson, the Scottish guy. I see you as much funnier.
Well, I don't know what happened, but I do know this, that I think I worked hard. And, like, to me, the greatest thing I get to do is I love being on stage. I love seeing shit. And so if they didn't feel like I had what it took, and I know that I wouldn't have... I ain't gonna ever be softball. I'm sure I'd have got in trouble for saying something.
Yeah, you probably would have been off the air anyway. So it's good.
I'm fucking canceled.
Yeah, they would have thrown you off for the nappy hair stuff.
Right, and like, because a guy, you know, it's so funny because I'm the son of a nappy head man.
Right.
And a nappy head woman. And I have nappy head children, but I can't talk about that. And I have nappy hair, but I can't.
When did nappy hair become a bad thing?
And the dude who is leading the protest got a perm. Ain't that a bitch?
That's wild. How the fuck you going to
have a hair that Aunt B from Andy Griffith had, and you trying to tell me?
Are you surprised that Al Sharpton has a perm? I mean, if you are a leader, you know, quote unquote leader, civil rights, this and that, why would you try to make your hair like the white man.
How are you supposed to take that guy seriously?
No,
See, when
I don't
he
take
goes...
any grown man, and I mean this, that needs a leader is already behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is the white leader? Who's the Mexican
There
leader?
is no white leader.
Who's the, and if you're gonna lead, do some shit that matters. Like now they're trying to boycott rap. Like now Master P wants to start a rap label with no profanity, and I'm like, motherfucker, we had it. It's called jazz.
Yeah, we don't want that again. Nobody bought that.
Nobody bought that.
I got a Grover Washington CD. What the fuck? But
I've asked Sharpton about his hair. I've said to him, Al, why do you wear your hair in this style? It's like a white guy.
And he blamed James Brown.
Yeah, he blamed James Brown. He goes, well, James Brown did it, and I wanted to honor
James Brown did it in the 60s. And
it was a different time.
Yeah, it really is.
It was a different time.
It's just like even everything he does is almost antiquated. Like boycott in front of FYE. Which is cool,
right?
Except that most kids don't buy their shit on. They don't go. They steal it off the internet like everybody else.
That's right. It's not gonna have an impact,
right? What the fuck are you boycotting? So that'll be out of business. That business model is out of business. It's antiquated. Nobody goes to record stores and buys fucking CDs.
Record stores are over. So standing in front of them is kind of missing the boat.
It's just to get on TV. Like to me, it's just like now they like rap. You want to like Walmart. You can't go to a Walmart and buy a record that has profanity or violence, but you can go to Walmart and buy a gun.
Absolutely.
You can't get the 350 cent out, but you can get the 357.
It's wild.
So why don't you? We want to ban songs about guns, but not guns. So it's just, if you want to start,
it's hypocritical.
It really is to me.
See, if I was a black man, I'd wear my hair like you do.
Right.
I like how you do it. Now what is that? That's
it's stress and tension.
No. You're doing something with your hair.
No. They wash it.
Yes.
Twist it and untwist it.
That's what I would do.
That's all it is.
I like that style.
Me too. And
I got curly hair.
Yeah.
I wear it curly. For years I tried to straighten it like Al Sharpton. But I say you got to go with what you have.
You were spending hours in a beauty parlor.
Hours. I mean, for what? I'm not going to look good.
With your hair all wrapped up.
That's why
my hair's straight, I'll get girls.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Fuck this. I'm just going to get rich. Then they won't care.
Yeah, that'll get me some girls.
Absolutely.
That's the way
Rich
you
will
do
straighten out anything.
Are you fucking kidding? Have you ever seen somebody that had a beautiful girl? You go, God damn, thank God he has money.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because when I saw that,
Robin does that with me. So you are very successful. I mean, your stand-up comedy is rock solid, right?
Thank you.
And now you got this special on HBO.
Right.
Okay, so we should promote that. Unapologetic.
Right.
This Saturday night at 10 o'clock on HBO. That's a good name for your special. You don't apologize to any man.
Right, but I had people like that came out and protested me like Christian groups, and I'm like, man,
really? For what?
Christian groups? What'd you say?
For the 𝗵𝗲 comments. I mean, I got protested all, like Christian groups would come out and protest me, and I was like, if you're a Christian, forgive me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The Christians are the worst.
Right. Like, aren't you? If you forgive me, but it's just like you actually made a sign and protested me for having an opinion. I'm telling a fucking joke. I'm not trying to change the world.
It's crazy. But you say that Bill Maher is the second funniest person on the planet?
I think he is.
Yeah. So
you do his show a lot.
Oh,
Bill is very funny.
And you know what it is? I think that what makes him so funny is how unafraid he is to state to have a clear point of view. Like everybody murks the waters. I feel kind of like this, and then
no, he's clear on what he wants. And that's
what he
good.
believes.
Yeah, I like guys like that. Whether you agree with them or not, it's good.
Even if you don't like, and I like people who, for instance, have a point of view regardless of how fucked up it is.
Hey, I heard you're friends with a guy who was in the hotel room with OJ when he confronted the memorabilia guy.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Who's the guy you know?
Well, the guy who's giving out interviews, Goldie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's we be playing golf. We play golf.
Right.
I haven't seen him in a year and a half since I played Phoenix, but we be playing golf and he be in the phone ring and it'd be OJ on the phone. You want to talk to OJ? No, motherfucker.
Right. Now, what are you going to do when you perform in front of President Bush? Aren't you due to perform?
I didn't do it.
You didn't?
No.
Why?
Did you turn it down?
Because you dislike him so much.
No, not because I've been around several. I performed in front of several people I dislike because I believe that it's cowardice to be in front of somebody and not tell a joke about how you feel.
I see.
I'm not saying that you have to, like Sally Field, I wouldn't have gone, like, I respect that anybody takes a stand, but you can't, if you won't let me tell jokes from my perspective, like you just bringing the brother in to make.
Do they sometimes vet your material?
You had to, everything.
Oh, they do.
Oh, that
and you
was
couldn't talk about politicians. How the fuck I'm not going to be able to, like this, like you can't talk about any, like Larry, Larry Craig in the bathroom?
Yeah. You can't talk about that.
No, I mean, I just don't understand how you go to the bathroom. I didn't know that tapping on your foot on the floor was the symbol for gay sex.
You got to learn that shit.
I'll never go to the bathroom with an iPod again. Are you coming on to me? No, motherfucker, I was listening to the new Kanye shit. And then when you tap your shit on the floor, what happens? Does a dick come out the ceiling like a boxing announcer?
It's got to be more complicated.
And isn't Minnesota the same state that had a bridge that fell down?
Yeah.
Ain't you got better shit to do with your city officials than fucking place them in the bathroom to see if somebody wants to suck dick?
You're absolutely. There's so many things to worry about. How do you have the time in your day to get your dick sucked in the bathroom?
I mean, and you ever been to a man? You ever seen a bathroom in a men's bathroom that was so bad you just shit on yourself?
All right. Every men's bathroom I go into, I don't care where it is, there's always a shit in the toilet bowl. These guys who apparently don't even have a shit in the toilet bowl. I've seen shit outside the toilet bowl.
Right.
It's unbelievable, the hygiene some guys have. It's almost like they go in there angry and go, you know what, I'm going to shit all over this.
And it's symbolic. Like, I just read yesterday that 1 in a third of men don't wash their hands.
Yes, that was a new study.
Now, you're a celebrity. I bet a lot of people want to shake your hand. I hate it. I walk around with a hand gel all the time.
Man, and I used to think that was wrong.
Right.
But let me tell you something. You just walking around the airport, you're smelling all dicky, and you the fucking nasty son of a bitch.
Right. You know,
you won't shake my hand. That's because I don't want tetanus.
When I pee, I don't even touch my own dick. I take my underwear. I don't even want to touch my own dick. Why should I subject somebody else to my dick? You're absolutely right. But what are with guys with these men's rooms? You know, we worked in terrestrial radio at another place. Every day we walk into the bathroom, we'd either find lice in the sink, or we would go to use the bathroom, the toilet, and there would be turds, but not even in the bowl. I'm talking about on the seat. And I go, well, what are they, angry, these people?
Yeah.
What's going on?
It is really, we are the most nasty motherfuckers. It's a good thing we make more money than women do, because
women would not be with you, right?
No. If it wasn't for money, you'd never get laid.
Now, you three are the nastiest motherfuckers ever.
Do you ever get jealous of some of these showbiz guys? One day they're with, Jenny McCarthy. The next day they're with Goldie Hawn's daughter. I mean, you're missing out on a lot of this activity.
No, you know what? I think chasing trim is just. I mean, and then like I would rather have somebody like my wife married me when I was making $4.75 an hour, so at least I know.
Right. You know she loves you. She's into you.
Yeah, she digs me.
Right.
And like she still like wants to go places with me. Like,
right.
I go to the store. I want to go. Now how can I go see my other woman with you tagging along?
That's
with a threesome.
Embarrassing.
Nobody shows up at their mistress' house with their wife. Who does that?
I wanted to ask you something. You were in the movie Soul Plane, and you say I always have had in my career a level of dignity in what I do. But this is the one thing I'm ashamed of. You're ashamed of being in the movie Soul Plane.
Absolutely.
Well, how did you do it? I mean, you saw the script.
I sold out.
Oh.
You did.
No way.
The money was good.
Yeah,
but can I say something? Sometimes isn't it true? You read a script and it looks reasonable.
Not Soul Plane.
Not Soul Plane. You knew it was not funny.
I knew it was horrible, and I knew. But my wife wanted hardwood floors.
She did, and that bought the hardwood floor.
And that, and I think that to me is the black. Not symbolically, it was the time where I said, it was my turning point where I went, I'll do my best to never. Now, I'm not saying I'll never do anything horrible.
Right.
Like, I thought that Studio 60 was going to be, when I read that script, I thought this redeems me for Soul Plane. I have to get this just because this redeems me.
You were one of the stars of Studio 60, right? It's been canceled.
Right. And then I said, from now on, I'm going to try to have a level of, the unquestionable level of integrity to me.
Right.
Like, there are people who think that the jokes I tell don't have any integrity, but I mean.
No, they do.
I mean them to some degree.
By the way, the Unapologetic DVD goes on sale September 25th, and DL's National Comedy Tour kicks off in October. And if you want any kind of information on tour dates, then you should go see this guy. He's a scream. MySpace.com/DL Hughley.
All right, you said that Bill Maher's the second funniest. Right. Who's the first?
I didn't say he was the second funniest.
Well, you know who the funniest is. DL.
But I think to me, it's like there are cats who I think you have to be. I think that.
Who are the top 3 comedians other than you?
That I like?
Yeah. I want to know.
I don't really. I haven't seen a lot of comedy lately, but I've seen some cats. I think Bill Maher is one of them.
Right.
I think.
Gotta be Chris Rock, right?
Chris Rock, of course. Of course, Chris Rock.
Don't give him names. I want to see what he comes up with.
I would say Chris Rock and Carlin.
George Carlin.
Still got it.
But cats that I love Earthquake. I love Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, yeah.
I love this cat, the young cat named Malik S. I love this young cat named Ali. I love. It's so many cats. Like when I see them, I go, "Wow, I believe it." Like I did Def Jam again, and I believe in black comedy again because these cats were just brave and saying what I thought. Wow, they're not just up here talking shit. They up here trying to say what they see.
Are you sick of being in stand-up comedy?
No,
you love it. You don't get the feeling, I should be a TV star, and I want to get off the road.
No. No, my gig and people that
You think
really,
the road saves your marriage in the sense that it gets you out of the house?
Is it fresh?
You know, somebody said something to me. I was talking to this cat named Mark from Dallas, and he was saying, you know, I've been doing comedy about 18, 19 years now, and I would imagine that if you took those 19 years, about half of them would have been on the road. So I said, yeah, I've been married 22. He said, motherfucker, you've been married 8. Really? When you think, but I miss her when I'm gone.
But look at the success you are. I mean, and people don't know this. Do you know that DL was kicked out of high school?
No.
Yes, he was.
Kicked out. He didn't just leave.
They said, motherfucker, you can leave now.
Why were you such a troublemaker? I mean, were you a big pain in the ass?
I used to. You see the cat that's with me now. We went to high school together. We've been friends.
Right.
And so I.
So that's not your literal brother. He's your brother.
He's married
He's
to
a brother-in-law.
But he's married to my sister.
Oh, he is. Okay.
I used to, every time it was a fight, every time it was some shit to be started, I was the motherfucker talking the shit that got it started. Every time.
And can you handle yourself? Can you fight?
I thought I could. Man, I done won and I done lost a lot. I lost a lot. I don't won a lot.
Would you to the dozens? Would you sit there and rank on people's mothers and all that kind of shit, and then some guy just clock you and beat you up?
Or if somebody needed some shit, like I was always the dude when you needed some shit started. I was the motherfucker they sent over to talk.
So
shit.
who threw you out of school? Did the teachers get together?
They Mr. Rob.
Did he get together with other teachers and say, "Look, this guy"?
We had a big fight. It was a big, huge fight at school.
A fight, a fist fight.
It was people was getting stabbed. We got a huge fight.
The police were called.
I didn't get stabbed.
Were you in the Bloods? Someone told me you were in the Bloods.
You were a gangster.
135th and Avalon.
No kidding. I mean, what do you have to do to get into the Bloods? I mean, you got to be a tough guy.
What do you have to do to get out of him?
I'm not sure he is.
That's the more important question.
I was a kid.
I was in 𝗵𝗲 𝗏, by the way. Go ahead, Jess.
I was a kid, and when they fought, even if you wasn't with it, you had to.
You had to fight.
You couldn't. It was no way you could say, "Hey man, I saw everybody fighting and I didn't get in it."
Yeah, I'm gonna have a comedy career. I can't be doing this.
Oh
shit.
no, I was going to school,
Right,
motherfucker. But so every time they did something, you did it. So we got into this big fight at school, and it was my 3rd fight, and I was in the 10th grade, and they just said, and I just didn't never know the answer. Like I couldn't read. Like, I don't know if I couldn't read, but I just. Every time words, if I see a whole bunch of words on the page to this day, I have to, it makes me panic a little bit. I gotta, wait a minute, this is a contract. I'm gonna need, but
wait a second, when you're in a gang and they say, okay, we're gonna go fight some guys.
They don't say we're gonna fight. It's just a fight. Like nobody.
Can you stand on the edges and pretend to be fighting, kind of like?
No.
No, you got to mix it up.
Well, ain't nobody gonna ask you, are you pretending to be here? And so I remember this dude.
Can you kind of back? Like I think I could find a way to finagle my way out of the fight and appear to be fighting.
But the other guys don't know you're doing it. They're gonna
so
really
you've been punched
hit you.
in the face.
Oh man.
You've punched another guy in the face. You've knocked guys out.
Did you use weapons?
Huh? Hey, I was 5'6", 120 pounds. I used whatever the fuck I could.
But Artie's right. How do you get out of the Bloods? I thought once you're in,
you can't. It's not a situation where you. I didn't consciously go, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
Right.
When I just couldn't see one day being in a situation where I used to feel really bad when we would hang out and I would know that I had something else inside of me. I would know it.
Right.
Like I didn't know why I knew it, but we would be together and I would be sad as a motherfucker because I would go, man, I know I can do something else. I just don't know what it is.
Right. You're smart enough to not live the thug life.
Right. And I'm like,
once
I just
you're
know
kicked
it's
out
something
of
here.
school, how do you make that transition?
But I got kicked out of there, and then I went to Locke High, got kicked out of there, went to San Pedro High.
You got kicked out 3 or 4 times.
I got kicked out, and so then I just stopped going to school.
You are really bad.
I was troubled.
Why did you pick the Bloods over the Crips?
You don't pick, were you?
Well, what do you mean?
My mother lived in that neighborhood.
Yeah, they have
bought a house
the Bloods
there.
ran that neighborhood.
And it was their neighborhood, yeah.
Oh, I see. You can't say, listen, I want to recruit.
It wasn't like a free agent. You can't do that. Who's going to offer me the best deal?
You can't say, look, I would imagine a neighborhood, you got some Bloods and you got some Crips, and then you pick your team.
No.
And it's fun, and you go with
They
your
can't live together, Howard. That's the whole point.
All right, wow.
You live wherever
But it's so silly. You're all young black men, all struggling to make it in this world and just live a nice life, and here you are killing each other.
Well, you know, and that's to me why I do the comedy I do.
Right.
Because I believe, honestly, that if a man, particularly a black man, gets past a certain age, he'll start to see the world. Like I believe, like when I was doing an interview and they asked me, what did you want to be when I was growing up? And I never thought about it. Like I don't know anybody that thought about where you
growing
were
up.
Right.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like there was any hope to do anything.
Like, and I wouldn't have called it. I wouldn't have said I didn't have any hope because that would have been too clear a thought. But I didn't. Like when I think back as a kid, I didn't go, "Well, I want to be an astronaut," or "I want to be." I didn't have, and I didn't know anybody else who had.
A lot of young black men don't have that dream. Like, oh, I'm going to grow up and be a scientist. Doesn't seem possible.
Doesn't seem that there's nothing like that around you.
Because I think that there, more than anything else, there was no body who, like my father was a great man, but he didn't. a good man to me, but he worked hard. I one day I asked him, I said, Daddy, do you love me? He said, motherfucker, you ate, didn't you? That puts it all in perspective.
You got me thinking. I grew up in a black community. I don't recall anyone saying, "Gee, I want to grow up and be something." No. I don't think any of us did.
No,
I don't think.
Well,
I think I had dreams.
had the same sort of situation. I didn't understand why. I said I could clearly see there were two lines in school. There was a line of going someplace and the line of not going someplace. And all you had to do was go choose a line. But all the black kids chose the line that wasn't going anyplace.
Yeah, I used to say.
I don't think they like to. That's an active thing to kind of choose something.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't really
more
make
than anything
a choice.
else, they kind of don't make one.
That's what I'm saying. There was an opportunity to make a choice, but none was made.
Yeah, I would say I would go into radio. People look at me like I'm nuts.
Right.
You don't think about something like that.
But
That's
nobody
true.
Nobody believes. Like I always knew, and I'm telling you, when I would be hanging out with these cats, and to their credit, when it was gonna be some real fucked up shit, I remember these cats was going to do some dirt, and they was like, you ain't going.
They would say that to you.
Because they felt you might have something going on.
I don't know if, like when we grew up, like I heard like this no snitch shit, that don't mean, it means if I'm with you and we doing something together, then I ain't gonna tell if I get caught. It don't mean if you do, if cats was doing the shit that they doing now in our neighborhood,
you would tell them.
We wouldn't tell the police, but it would get dealt with. You wouldn't just be doing it.
Right.
Like, ain't nobody like we wouldn't go to the police, but you wouldn't be doing it.
Right. But the thing is, when you speak about your dad, isn't this really your stepdad? Like you didn't know your dad was your dad?
Right.
I mean, your dad,
what?
You believed your dad was your biological dad.
Right.
And then suddenly you were at a family function. You were about what, 12 years old, and some uncle blurted out, "That's your stepdad."
That's actually a joke, but that actually happened. But when that happened that day, my uncle got an age, a real father, and they explained it away and fucked it. That ain't real. But then later on, I found out that was true. So,
who is it? So when you talk about your father, you talk about your stepfather.
Well, see, his name is 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and he's to me my father.
Right.
But the world would categorize him as my stepfather. Like I would never say he was.
So what about your real father? Where the hell is he?
I don't know.
I mean, your biological father. Don't know.
But my
Isn't
wife.
that amazing that you could have a good marriage, knowing, being all fucked up in the head that my
But you know what? You spend your whole life, and I think a lot of black men do spend their whole life trying to guess what they're supposed to be. Like I grew up with my mother. She hated my real father. Like you have to eat like him, you have to walk like him. Hated him.
Right.
And so, and I guessed my whole life. I was trying to guess what I wasn't supposed to be to not make people mad. Like people say, you look like you. I would be eating. She go, you eat just like him, or you sound just like him.
Really?
Oh,
that's horrible.
There was a horrible kind of way to kind of exist. But when I grew up, my wife, right before I used to be just angry all the time. And she said, I got to find your father. So she took it upon herself to find my real father.
Oh.
And we flew him in, and I met him. And so he was I wanted two things from him. I wanted to know what his, like, if anybody in his family had any genetic disorders that I was going to have to deal with.
Right.
That's really it. That's all I wanted.
That's all you wanted to know.
Yep.
But what kind of guy was he? I mean, did you look at him and go,
I don't know
now
what
I
kind
know
of
what
man
my
he was.
mother
But did you say to him?
about?
Did you say to him? How do you live your whole life and not want to know your son?
No.
You never said that.
No.
Would you
Did
like
you
to have
have
said that?
other siblings that you didn't know about?
No. I'm sure, yeah.
And you didn't want to know?
No.
And you gave him sort of the cold shoulder. You said,
No, I
listen,
didn't
tell
give
me
him-
if you got any genetic problems, get the fuck out
No,
of
well,
here.
we flew him in, and then I came home. I was working on the Hugo at the time, and I was getting ready to do my third HBO special. And then my wife, we flew him in, and I came home from work, and he's at the fucking pool with my daughters and stuff on his lap, and my wife is just serving him, just happy that she found something.
No wonder you're angry.
And I came in, I said, hey, my man. You got to get the fuck out of here. And he had to go. And my brother, right now, he came to a show one time I was doing in Memphis. And I told him, I said, if I ever see you again, I'm going to treat you like a man that I don't know.
Right.
So don't ever come around me again.
And I perfectly understand that.
If you ain't there now.
Absolutely.
No. Now that you're a star, you're going to be hanging around now. And
if I was a crackhead, would you want to talk to me?
Well, in all fairness, your wife did bring him in and stuff. But the fact of the matter is,
He should have known better than to just make himself at home.
So do you think most of your anger, not only was your mother sitting and wondering if you were acting like him and this and that, but most of your anger is because this man abandoned you?
I never really put. Now it's the turn of Dr. No, I think I'm angry about a lot of. I think I'm angry about, and the thing that is so amazing to me is that what I was angry about now, I'm not angry about then. What I'm angry about now is that I have a tremendous sense of guilt.
DL knows.
I have a tremendous sense of guilt.
Big sense of guilt about what?
No, I really do. I think that a lot of when you see a lot of black performers, you'll see that they have, I think, what's called survivor's guilt. Where they believe why did it happen to them and not somebody else? Because there was so many people that were so much more talented than me and so much brighter and so much. Why did I get it and they didn't? So you feel bad about it.
Is that true though? You really think there was a lot of people more talented than you?
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? In your neighborhood or when you're
really? Yeah, I do.
You
like
feel
funnier
guilty
than
over
you.
being successful. It's almost a loser's mentality.
Yeah.
It's like almost there's something sucking you back into being a loser so that you can go back on the street and join in with everyone.
Well, but don't you think that's you being a little modest? I mean, were they, you really think they were more talented
Even
and
now, we were doing Def Jam. It was cats that I had known 15 years ago.
Right.
I'm the host. I come in as a young comic. And I think the only difference between me and them was that I know my limitations. Like, I never believed I was talented or smart or anything.
So you worked harder.
So I just worked harder. I believe that no one can physically outwork me.
Any guys you were in the gang with are still in the gang?
Most of them are dead. So.
Most of them are dead.
Anybody else get out and do anything? No,
just
you're
you.
the only one.
Well, there are cats.
It's like being a Holocaust survivor.
Well, there's a cat from Dallas who's in Dallas who was a real good friend of mine, but he's doing well. I mean, he's working and happy.
Right.
I mean, not happy, but working.
Living like a somewhat normal life.
Living a life.
Well, if you're really the only one, then that is true survivor's guilt. Absolutely.
Steve, you're on the air. Go ahead, Bayshore. Yeah, that is survivor's guilt. Yeah, you interview people who survive a Nazi concentration camp, and they say, "Gee, why me?"
Yeah.
Like there's so many other
even
people.
plain victims. You know, anybody who survives anything has that.
And so when I see them angry, like my wife will just say, "You just mad all the time." Like I don't mean to get mad. Like I'm not at home going. But when I get angry when I see what I believe is going on in the world, and I watch these people who are leaders pick these petty fights that ain't gonna help them.
Right. There's a bigger issue.
And they're so naive that they believe that they're really trying to help us and do so. Even if somebody said nigga tomorrow, your life wouldn't fucking change. How would that change your life?
It's very meaningless. Steve, go ahead. You're on the air in Bayshore, New York.
Hey now, Howard, how you doing?
I know.
Hey, DL, I'm not a big fan, but after this...
Well, I can't talk to you.
No, man, listen, you are the most self-aware, self-evident guy that I've ever heard discuss. I mean, and I'm not blowing smoke. I mean, I'm white, middle-aged guy with a family, had a great background, but you just sort of described and encapsulated the whole black experience. I mean, it's amazing, and it's a little depressing.
Well, it sounds like he won you. Sounds like you are. It's kind of depressing being a black man.
Now you know why they're so pissed off, right?
I just have one question.
Yeah.
Sure.
How big's your cock?
Well, that's the key.
Come on, man. Hey, come on now.
Craig, you're on the air in Philadelphia. Go ahead.
And he's got an 11-inch cock.
Let's go to...
membership has its privileges, goddamn.
Craig, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, DL, man. Howard, I've been listening to you for over 20 years since you came to Philly. This is one of the greatest frigging interviews you've ever done, man. And DL, you're the most honest, upfront guy, and you just laying it out there. That's what makes your comedy so great.
I'll tell you the truth. Not unlike the last caller, I didn't know a lot of DL's work, and then I started to look into what he's doing and the kind of comedy he's putting out there. And he's a very, very intelligent man and a very funny man. And I really, really do mean that. And I do appreciate the honest interview you're giving us.
It's so pure, man. It's so pure and honest. It just makes it. He has that kind of. He mentioned Carlin, and Chris Rock and all. It's just having the balls to lay it out. And if you dig it, fine. If you don't, fuck off. He's telling the truth because he sees it.
He's a good man and a funny man. And listen,
but you got to be funny.
If you want to go see him live, and I do recommend it because there are a couple of comedians out there. You never know how long they're going to stay with this stand-up comedy and this and that. And if you get a shot to see them in their prime when they're really happening, this is a guy you should go see. His national comedy tour kicks off in October, and if you got to get the dates, myspace.com/DL Hughley, and I think you'll have a great night. And also check out the HBO special, and the Unapologetic DVD goes on sale September 25th. Go ahead, Eric in Louisville.
Hey, Howard, how's it going?
All right.
Hey, DL.
Hey, man.
Tell you what, man, I can't wait to see you in Louisville, man. I know you're coming down here next month, and I actually got to see Dave Chappelle when he was here last time. And, Howard, I talked to you probably about 3 or 4 years ago about this, but, man, he got heckled off the stage, man. Don't let that happen, man, because I felt like I was robbed down here.
Chappelle got
heckled off the stage?
Yeah, he got heckled off the stage. I called you about 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, that's a shame because Dave's been at it a long time, and I used to go see Dave.
Well, I think more than heckling him, it was they so into his character. I'm rich, bitch. That they'll be drunk.
Yelling out catchphrases.
Right. That's the tough kid.
No, but I've seen some of DL's stuff, and I don't think hecklers are going to fuck with him.
No.
I think he'll handle himself.
A man claiming to be your real father is on the air. Let me see if it's true. Go ahead, DL's father.
I had to take myself. So.
Yeah. Now, what do you want to say to DL? Why did you leave DL?
I got to do my best.
What?
I want my opportunity to get into the level.
All right. Now, when you went to DL's house, what was that like?
I'm going to meet my wife come back home.
I see. All right. Well, all right. Thank you for that call.
Whatever.
I didn't know your father was Japanese.
For a minute there, I was listening. Is that motherfucker? See, I'm going to have to talk to this other.
He is saying, what is that you want to say?
No, I went on gang. We had jobs and whatnot.
Right, okay.
Well, that's fair enough, sir. But DL still doesn't want to hear from you. Get the fuck out of your house. All right, thank you. Jay, go ahead.
Well, DL, I wanted to ask, you seem to be prolific in terms of the amount of material you can come up with, too, because you burn out a lot of material.
Yeah, but thank God for OJ and Larry Craig.
As long as that shit's in the news.
There's always something.
Well, yeah.
Jay, go ahead. One last comment in Phoenix, Arizona. Go ahead.
Hey, DL, I saw you a couple of years ago at the Tempe Improv.
Yeah.
You were funnier than shit.
Thank you, man.
The only problem is, me and a couple of my buddies went, and we were the only white guys there.
Well,
Bring a few more.
Bring some white people with you.
Bring a few more.
Hey, everybody, if you sit next to a white person right now, tell them to come on out.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Nothing's going to happen.
Right. Tell your friends.
And nothing happened to you.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
tell your friends.
It was all safe, and we didn't get beat up or nothing.
See, no problem. DL,
tell everybody that was a good experience. Yeah.
DL, thank you. And by the way, man. DL will also headline a show at the New York Comedy Festival on November 10th at Town Hall in Manhattan. For tickets, go to NYComedyFestival.com, NYComedyFestival.com. Unapologetic, a great accomplishment for you.
Thank you, man.
This Saturday night, 10 o'clock on HBO. Check it out. And DL, great seeing you.
Thank you, man. Good seeing you, too.
Yeah, and we'll be back again anytime.
Thank you, man.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
DL, that was really good, man.
Thank you, man.
You guys did a pretty thorough interview.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, I was just here to sell a DVD.
And all of a sudden, you've talked about
my whole life.
A whole spectrum of topics and everything.
What's
like
up,
that.
G? How you doing, man? Excellent.
Some comedians go in there, DL, and they're not sure whether they should tell a joke or how to really rap with Howard. How did you get so comfortable so quickly?
Well, I think I'm just telling the truth. I don't know if I was comfortable, but you just tell the truth.
It just came across as though you and Howard had been, longtime friends or something like that.
Well, you know what? I think that when he's an honest cat, I try to be an honest cat, so we see it kind of works out from there.
Similar-minded people just being able to relate and stuff like that. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate that.
Good luck with your DVD, man.
Thank you very much.
See my buddy Howard Stern. We're here to talk about everything, and maybe about my new CD, Classic Songs My Way. We'll just see how the language flows, whether it's a benefit or not. But it's good to be here again.
Excellent. Last time you guys got along very well, so it should be another good appearance today.
Who knows? You have no expectations in life, but the vibe between us has always been very good. We'll see how it goes.
All right, we'll see you inside, Mr. Anka.
Thank you.
Paul Anka is a guy. Do you know this guy's had 38 top or number one songs on the charts?
Which is it? Top 10 hits or number one
Paul
song?
Anka had 38.
Hi there.
38 top 40 songs.
All right.
Paul, what was it like in the old days, back when, when the Copa was really happening?
And Henry Hill would be up front.
And Henry Hill would be up front. All these mob guys.
Well, Friday night you had all the girlfriends, right? With the same guys, and then you see the same guys with the wives on Saturday night, and they look so miserable.
And if you fucked up, and said, "Oh, hey, great, I saw you here last night,"
you fucked up.
You fucked up. You're dead.
No, I'll never forget one night I was in there. Right, I was a kid, and I go in. And I'm watching Sammy Davis Jr., who was a buddy and, I admired. So Sammy's up there singing, and he got the spot on him, and he goes, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. And 3 tables over, they had round tables. There were 2 cats there, and one guy goes, and you look like one. Now the lights go out, you heard... The guys took him out. There was another table and a couple sitting there within 1 minute.
Wow.
That fast.
Wow.
So you don't heckle. What?
You don't heckle. You
don't
kick
mess
them
up
out.
the show.
You don't heckle. You schmeckle. You're out of there.
Do you miss those days?
Do I miss them? No, they were like an education for me. But, I'm a guy thinking today and tomorrow. I only miss them in terms of the kind of world that it was.
Is life better for you now? Is life better for you now?
Oh, absolutely.
You're an accomplished man. You've done it all in the music business. Blah, 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 blah.
I like the fact that it was a different kind of place to learn in, and you could fail and find out what you were about. Today,
there's no place like that.
No place you can fail in.
Yeah,
I feel for these young kids.
I hear, it's hard to make it in the music business. You got to go on American Idol now, right?
That's right.
It's tough. You watch that show?
Yeah, I've been on it a couple of times. I just did Canadian Idol. I mean, it's great. You see an eclectic array of music now and then, and it's okay.
You wrote 38 top 40 songs?
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
That's an unbelievable accomplishment, huh?
Thank you.
I mean, really is.
Yeah, well, 50 years, you got to, if you're around 50 years, ultimately the odds are with you that you'll do that.
There's a lot of dudes who have been around 50 years.
Yeah, who else can say that?
I don't know.
It's not easy.
Yeah, but it was, it's gone by so quickly. The last time I was with you, I got a lot of calls about doing a book.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a book for St. Martin's.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm writing it.
You're
right
going to
now.
write everything down there? You're going to write about when Johnny got pushed down the steps?
Oh, that's in for sure.
Last time Paul was on, it was unbelievable. He told us, first of all, he told us he saw Frank Sinatra naked, and then he had a big dick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a lie.
I know.
Yeah, but
that's a good
I
story.
just don't remember that.
Next
Some
to
of
Milton
those things
Berle.
don't stay with me.
No kidding.
How?
Yeah, Milton Berle.
Well, compared to Milton Berle, what was he like? I mean, like he was like half of Milton, or what?
Milton Berle was about 4 inches longer, and Guy Marks. Those were the two guys.
Wow.
Did you really see Milton Berle's penis?
Yeah, oh yeah.
How do you see that?
Well, you're in the steam room. There's nowhere else to hang. After the shows, you all went into the steam room. And you had Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy. We all had our own robes. You'd eat in there after the show. You were there till 5 in the morning. Jay Sebring would come in, give us all haircuts. That was the hang.
Why did why did everyone hang in the steam room, though?
That was it, because that's where the fun was.
Were there
But
chicks
you're all
in there?
naked?
Oh, yeah. They were
Together?
Of course.
Yeah. And there were chicks in there?
Yeah, they would come in now and then.
Would you be embarrassed for the other guys to see your penis if it wasn't as big as Frank's? Or
And Sammy was
like, I
nothing
don't know.
to speak
Well, I
of?
wasn't embarrassed.
You got a nice sized penis?
I hung in there, excuse the expression.
Were there guys in there, were there famous guys who'd walk in and hang with you guys in the steam room, and afterwards you guys go, hey, that guy's a needle dick? Were there guys like that?
Yeah, there were a couple of pathetics.
Who were the pathetics?
Those I don't remember.
But guys will look. I mean, you do make a comment, right?
Yeah,
here
well, I
and there.
remember the 3 I told you. Frank was hung.
Frank was a big guy.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
But
to do.
Sammy Davis Jr., he had nothing to impress you?
No, Sammy was all right. I mean, I don't know the detail. These aren't the kind of things I reminisce about.
Sammy held his own.
Until I come on this show. Well, he held it now and then. It depended.
Sammy was hung for a Jewish guy, right?
No.
So you guys would hang out in the steam room, and there were broads in the steam room,
Yeah,
right?
Frank would have girls come in every now and then. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Now, were acts being performed? Was this like a wild sex scene in there?
There were little rooms and massage rooms and what
really?
have you. And then, listen, I wasn't there all the time, obviously. But, it was notorious because it was...
So let me get it straight, though. You're sitting in the steam room.
Yeah.
Then the broads come in.
Later.
You guys are all sitting around. You're talking showbiz and bullshitting. All of a sudden, a couple girls come in.
Right.
They're nude, too, in the steam room. You guys are nude. The girls are nude. And then you guys get hard-ons, though. But you don't want to get a hard-on in front of Frank.
Well,
and the
I never got in any of that scene with Sinatra and those guys. They would come in and they'd disappear. I mean, you got to remember, there's a lot of other rooms and what have you.
Right.
So that was never my thing. That were the gangbang is going on with Frank.
No, not gangbangs.
Were there gangbangs with Frank?
Not that I know of. Listen, you did what Frank told you. Frank was the guy. If he said, "Let's go to dinner," you brought your passport. You never knew what was going on with him.
Yeah.
Was that nervous? Did that kind of just make you feel? I mean, you're a man who's accomplished a lot in your life. I mean, why is everyone bowing to Frank?
Why is it Frank?
Well, no,
is
you
the
have to
guy?
remember.
Yeah.
I was
Why
much
is Frank the
younger.
guy? Yeah.
I was much younger. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have to remember that rock music, pop music was in its infancy stage back then.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So all you had to emulate and look at were these guys. Whether it was Darren and I, we'd look up to these guys called the Rat Pack. There was nothing else that existed.
They
Vegas,
were the scene.
That was the thing.
Right.
So when you got around them, I mean, you felt that aura. He was the guy because the way that this guy sang and what he represented was intimidating. I mean, you have to think that he was the only guy that got up and stood in front of a swing orchestra. Everyone else came second. He knew how to do it.
But he abused his power. I mean, sometimes he would be downright nasty to you dudes.
A lot of people do. He was never like that with me.
No,
he did it to Sammy. He did it to other people. But he was a man's man, and if he liked you and he was your friend.
But why did Sammy put up with the bullshit? I mean, Sammy was an accomplished guy.
It's Sammy. He protected Sammy. Let me tell you something. He stood by everything that Sammy fought for, and this guy came in. But
how could he be cruel to Sammy? Sammy, what, black jokes and stuff?
When Frank started drinking, and if you didn't go his way on certain things, he became mean. That was.
But it's weird. He always stood up for civil rights and all that stuff. But was he calling Sammy the N-word and all that kind of stuff?
No,
Never.
no. I mean, Sammy's name on the robe was what the hell was Sammy's? I was the kid, the day Smokey the Bear.
Sammy was Smokey the Bear?
Smokey the Bear.
Well, that's not an insult.
No, of course it isn't. But I've never heard him insult Sammy in any way like that.
It was more personal. It was man to man as opposed to
Frank was
being
a good
racial.
guy. He was a stand-up
See,
guy.
I think you got a good book in you, that Johnny Carson story where the mob threw him down the steps.
You threw me in. Yeah, that was just a quickie. I was listening to you outside, and I thought of a story when I heard the porno stuff. I was working the Fontainebleau, and the guys were involved in a way, but they had a guy, you may remember this. Remember Ben Novak? Does that name ring a bell?
No.
Benny Novak was a guy that ran the Fontainebleau when Miami was the thing, okay?
Right.
But he'd always come around and be a pain in the ass when he wanted to get involved because, the girls were coming around and screaming. He wanted to hang with us, but he was kind of like a nebbish kind of guy.
Right.
But he was the boss of the hotel.
So you let him hang with you?
No, but we didn't want him to hang. So he always wanted in on the action. But ultimately, what would happen when you'd play there for about $25,000 a week, he'd charge charge you $50,000 for food. So we all got real pissed off at this guy.
Right.
So finally one day I said, we got to do something to him, because I believe that humor is the final refuge of sanity.
That's right.
So I got this porno tape on an old tape machine, and I put it in a bedroom. And I had a couple of guys who were shills. I said, Ben, come on up. We've got some great action. I know you want to get into this. He said, yeah, I'm coming right up. Now, Ben would travel with a little Moroccan guy named Boo, who was about 4'8", and a dog, because Ben couldn't hear. He had like a hearing aid all the time. And he ran the joint. So I said, Ben, get in here. So he comes into the room. You hear the porno screaming in the other room. And I said, take your clothes off, because when it's finished, you're in next. He sits down. Now he's got his clothes off. He's holding the hearing aid. The damn dog is doing what he's told, and Boo is kissing his ass because he works for him from Morocco. So they're sitting in the chair, and you can hear in the next room, whip me. Now Ben's getting excited.
Oh, no.
He's got a hard.
Now I got the shill. I said, the shill runs out of the room. Oh, that was great. I said, Ben, you're next. He runs in.
Yeah.
The dog after him, and Boo. And there was the tape machine.
So you guys are always screwing with each other.
Yeah.
You love that.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I love pranks. Yeah. But a lot of my book will be a lot of pranks.
You're going to talk about when Frank Sinatra got his teeth knocked out by that guy?
I was there.
You were there?
I told you this
Who
story.
would knock out Frank Sinatra's teeth, though? That's crazy.
Carl Cohen.
He did it.
He must have been connected or
something.
something.
You have to realize that when the transition went from the guys that ran the place to Howard Hughes, it became very corporate.
Mm-hmm.
And Cohen was a wonderful man. I mean, this guy was the salt of the earth. I never saw him raise his voice, and he was always there for me. You shook his hand, etc. When Frank started to get uppity because they wouldn't give him chips to play, he called up Jimmy Blue Eyes, who was the connection guy in New York. And Jimmy Blue Eyes said, Frank, you got to calm down. It's a different scene. Don't get excited. We'll work it out.
Right.
Well, Frank didn't, and he drank a lot. So we're sitting in the lounge, as I think I told you last time. And he then got up on the blackjack table, and he started saying, I made this fucking place, and it'll be sand when I'm done with it. Well, they called Carl, and at 1-ish in the morning, he comes over in a robe, because all the guys lived in the little places. And he was over in the coffee shop, and Jilly Rizzo, who had Jilly's here.
Who was Frank Sinatra's guy,
bodyguard friend, and a good guy. And he said, come on, kid, we're going to take Frank over. Carl wants to see him. So we walked from the casino over into the coffee shop, and Carl,
I like that it's always a bunch of guys. It's never like one guy.
It's always a hang. A lot of guys. So we walk in. There's three of us. Carl is sitting over at a round table with a robe and a pot of coffee at 1 in the morning, and Frank walks in blasted, and he goes over to the table, and Carl says, Frank, we can't do this. You're taking the chips. You're not giving back the money. We can't do blah, 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 blah. Sinatra looks at him and said, you fat Jew bastard, and he picks up the tablecloth and spills the coffee over Carl.
Hot coffee.
Carl gets up and hits him right in the mouth, and the chiclets go flying all over the floor.
Wow.
So they bring in a jet, and they put him on the plane, and they send him back to, I think, Epstein or one of the guys. They fixed his teeth. We never went back to the Sands. We went to Caesars.
And Frank didn't call any of his friends and say, hey, take care of this guy and make sure that he gets
No. There was a lot of people that were happy it happened.
Because he was out of control.
They applauded Carl for it, and they warned him, don't you even try to do anything to Carl Cohen.
Wow. And the fact of the matter is that Frank Sinatra never returned to work for Carl Cohen again.
We went to Caesars.
All of you had to go.
Well, we didn't have to go.
Frank
Frank
chose
went.
to go.
Yeah.
Right.
I was there when Sandy Waterman pulled a gun on him at Caesars.
Really?
Oh, yeah, right in the middle of the casino.
Well, he must have been out of control, Frank.
Well,
I mean,
when he
he's
drank,
not,
like anybody that drank, he had his moments. He was very much a man.
But it's fun, right?
I'll tell you a story about Caesars you may enjoy. I was working at the Sands, and a guy named Nate Jacobson, who was in the insurance business, they built Caesars Palace. There are two guys, Jerry Zarowitz and a guy from Circus, and this Nate Jacobson. And they would call me and say, we want to give you 5% of Caesars if you'll open the place. And the guys I were working for over at the Sands, they would keep saying to me, you'll never see a high-rise in Vegas. Nobody wants to go up an elevator. And plus, if you got a gaming license, the government started looking at you, and I didn't want to get in any of that.
They would have given you 5%?
5% of Caesars.
Oh, my God.
You turned this down?
Yeah, but now I go, here's the punch. I turn it down, and I go to Italy, because I started living there earlier than that, and I had a whole career over there singing in Italian. And this Nate Jacobson comes over with a decorator, and we're in a limousine, and he's trying to convince me in Rome why I should take this deal. Now, we're driving through Rome, He's got this decorator builder with the plans for Caesar's palace, and we're driving through Rome, and I'm saying no, and he's looking around to the decorator designer, and he says to him, I want 8 of those statues with heads. I want 5 of them with legs. 9 of those with arms. I mean, they're rewriting history.
Right. It's unbelievable. Do you have nightmares that you turned down 5% of a hotel in Vegas?
That's a real
And I guess you turned it down
mega
because you wanted to do what Frank did, right? I mean, you didn't want to like branch out on
No,
your
they
own.
were at
Well, he was
Caesars.
already a part.
I can't believe you didn't do it. If Frank did it, why didn't you do it?
You know, Howard, in those days, you were either on that side or this side. I did not want to have the government come in, look at this. They looked under your toenails.
Right.
Did
I
you
was
have
clean.
stuff that...
Right, you're right. You're right.
Wait a minute.
He didn't
You
want to
were
be in
clean.
business.
I didn't want to be in the gaming business. Not then. Now you can be.
Right. No, I understand that. You're right. You're right. Did you ever have to give up a girl to Frank? Did you ever meet a hot chick and you're there and you're like, and Frank
Or did you
sees
wait for Frank to select?
No,
before you even tried?
here's my question.
Yeah.
You're there in the room, Frank, blah, blah, blah. You see a chick, you're hitting it off with her. Frank says, hey, sonny boy.
Right.
That's my broad.
Well, you knew that anyway.
You did.
Yeah.
But
What would happen? No, I never laid anybody off in Frank. If you were just hanging in the group, and let's say there was 30 and there was a party after, just to be in that room, everybody made out well.
Right.
You know,
Right.
everybody.
But you let Frank choose first.
Absolutely.
See, that's the thing. He's the king.
No.
He gets the first pick, huh?
It's respect.
Hey, by
now,
the way,
wait a minute. You must have made love to some famous women.
Oh, yeah, you got to put that in the book.
Well, those that I can, you know.
Who do you got? Who you coming clean on?
I'm not a talker.
Come on.
Okay, come on.
No,
Who's the best one you ever got?
I'm a gentleman.
Which one? What's the best you ever had?
I'm waiting for the book.
Who's the most? Just give me. Who's the most famous you ever had?
The most.
Marilyn Monroe?
No.
Never banged her?
No.
Linda Ronstadt?
Linda Ronstadt. You go from Maryland to Linda Ronstadt?
𝗧𝗵𝗵.
Did you have 𝗧𝗵𝗵? Who'd you have? Come on.
In the book.
Give me a name.
In the book.
Give me one
Come
goddamn
on,
name.
tell us
Make some
somebody
news
you
here.
dated.
I
Somebody.
ain't doing it.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh,
Whoopi,
stop.
I'm
Mr.
seeing
Anchor.
Whoopi on Thursday.
Are you doing The View?
I'm doing The View, and I'm doing Whoopi on Thursday.
Her radio show you're going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to sit and talk to her, and hopefully she'll have something
You're
to say.
going to tell her the names and not us?
No, I would. You guys first all the time.
You ever do a black chick?
What?
You ever do a black chick?
I ain't talking.
What are you talking about?
It's
What
all
do
in
you
the
mean?
book. I'm saving it all for the
Don't
book.
be like
I
that.
can't believe you're
All
stonewalling
in the
us.
book.
This is bullshit.
The answer's yes.
It
It's
is
in
yes.
the book.
All right, I want to read that.
In the book.
Lola Valana.
So,
Oh, I know Lola. She was Sammy's girl. Yeah.
first of all,
Yeah.
Sammy did her?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you couldn't go there. Like if Sammy's doing her, you can't.
That
do
was
it.
Sammy's girl.
Was there a hierarchy? Like you didn't mess with the top guys, girls? Like Sammy, Dean?
Well, it's a rule of life anyway.
Yeah,
you
but
don't
I
do
mean,
that
you
to your
know.
friends.
You don't do that to
what's
your
the matter
friends.
with you?
You
Come
can't.
on,
I'm
come on.
sorry, I don't know the code of men.
Yeah, well, you know what? You better learn it. You've been hanging around with enough men.
Get with it, dame.
Damey. Hey, so wait a second. Congratulations are in order. Now, the last time I saw you, you were divorced.
Right.
With
I'm divorced to what?
No. With no prenup. And you got wiped out pretty good. I figured out that you
They
just
didn't
from
get wiped
this
out.
man wrote that. Well, this man wrote the Tonight Show theme, and we figured out it made about $1.6 million for him, just the Tonight Show theme alone. And we were trying to
But
figure out
that's
how much the wife got.
That's $1.6 million. How often? That's like a yearly income from the Tonight Show theme or something?
No. That's
Well, I
1.6.
split it with Johnny. You got to remember this.
See, that's a bullshit fucking thing. I still am angry.
Yeah,
about
I remember. I heard you. Well, you know, you got to understand. First of all, when you're a kid, and you got another guy like 𝗧𝗵𝗵 who wants you off the show, and you're a writer. You know, I'd rather have a piece of something than nothing.
No, I understand.
He didn't muscle me for it.
Johnny should have done the right thing. Okay, in the beginning, whatever.
Yeah.
But later on, come on. Even in his will, he should have said, this song is Paul Anka's
But
song.
he had to make more than $1.6 million just from the just because it was used every night.
Paul Anka wrote the Tonight Show theme. He gave Johnny half the writing credit. Johnny was making enough money. He didn't need half the writing credit. It was
Right.
wrong, and I still
And
say
he
it to
didn't
this
write a
day.
line.
That's it. So,
Well, that goes on in our business. That's okay. I like sharing it. Hey, you know, money's like manure. You got to spread it around.
Hey, Bill, you're on the air with the great Paul
So
Anka.
how many of the 38 songs did the wife get?
There's 3 songs left. But wait, but what I was going to say is, Bill, before I let you go.
Yeah.
So, I hear you got married again.
And
I'm not married.
You're not?
No.
But you had a baby?
I have a baby boy.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
But the broad was married, who you had the baby with.
No, she was coming out of a bad marriage and divorcing,
Right.
and then we've had the child, and he's 2 years old, and she's my woman, and we may get married.
Oh, yeah? Young broad?
Yeah, she's outside. If you want
She
to know,
was capable of having a baby.
She already has a child.
I saw a good-looking woman in the green room.
She
She was
has,
your physical trainer?
She was my trainer, and
Look at
she's
you. You moved right in on that, huh?
35, and she had a child with another marriage that unfortunately didn't work out, and she was moving on in her life and very respectfully that was it. So we hooked up. We had a child together, and we've been together.
But her husband was giving you crap, saying you stole her away, right?
Well, what are they going to say? Nothing to do with it. I mean, there's more to it in terms of what happened in the marriage that's on paper that had nothing to do with her.
These are some of those claims that they just make. Yeah,
they all get hairy. The main thing is she did the right thing. It was not working out for her, and on she went.
So you get? What do you have? A gym in your house?
A small gym.
So she comes over. She trains you.
Yeah, she trains
Look
me.
at you.
Well, I went on the road.
How do you work into?
You took her on the road.
Well, I take trainers on the road to work out. Yeah.
Well, wait a second.
I work out.
So this is some attractive woman, I would imagine, if she's with Paul Anka.
You want to say hello to her?
Let me take a look at her.
Anna, come on.
Anna, come on.
Bring Anna and say hello. Howard wants
to see this Anna.
And Anna's leaving right after. There's no lift up your dress and do your.
She won't take her top off or anything?
No. This is a lady.
No
This is a
ride,
lady.
nothing.
Where is she? Say hello to Anna. There's Anna.
What is your name? Alana?
Anna.
Oh, yeah. Anna, how you doing, baby? I mean, Mrs. Anka, or whatever.
Watch it, Howard.
Don't take off your top.
Okay.
You are a very attractive woman. You know that, right?
I try to.
Yeah. Oh, and you're foreign, too.
Swedish.
I am.
Swedish. You were born in Sweden.
Yeah.
And you are blonde and beautiful.
Maybe.
Yeah. And you.
She wrote a book, Howard. She's going to be on your show. She's got a book coming out.
Okay, but let me understand something.
Sure.
So Paul Anka is one of your clients, right?
Yeah.
You come over to the gym, the personal gym, and you're in the house, and you train.
Yeah.
So what, you start putting the moves on you?
Yeah, the first time we saw, we just fell on the floor and said, "This is it. Let's do it."
No kidding. First training session.
Yeah.
That was the training?
It was love at first sight.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you go over look who he's hiring to train him.
I know. He needs an incentive to work out.
I got a guy training me.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. So Paul.
Now be
Mr.
careful.
Anka.
You got to tell the truth. You don't want to start making stuff up with it.
So you get in the gym.
Yeah.
And he's hiring you to train you. And obviously he takes one look at you and he's interested. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
And then what does he say to you? He says, "Come on, baby, this is a little more than a training session, right?"
No, it wasn't like that.
What did you say?
No, I think
What'd he say to you?
The third
Yeah,
visit.
actually he did. He said, "Baby, I need you." And I said, "You know what? I'm going on vacation to Sweden, so let me think about it."
Oh, so you didn't do it right there on the floor.
You went away.
was
You
going
ran
to
away.
Sweden.
Right. So you go back to Sweden and
I
you
have my
say,
vacation, and he calls me every day. He said, "Are you coming back?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am coming back." And we met, and that was it.
now it could be annoying, like you're trying to train the guy and he's busy, he's getting aroused.
Oh, no,
right?
no, we took care of
but it
business.
was the stretching, and it was
the
very...
stretching.
Oh, the stretching. Oh.
Was he aroused when you stretched him? I would be aroused
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at him. Yeah, he was.
Putting
He
you on
got
now.
aroused. What do you mean putting you on? Were you aroused?
No, we were working. We worked that very seriously. Yeah, it wasn't like ho ho hum.
So how long before you guys started doing it? In other words, you didn't go out on a date. You did it right there in the gym?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what to believe here.
In the gym. What, on one of the machines? Or
The machines. Which one?
Put them on line to line.
Where did Mr. Anka take you?
The yoga mat.
The yoga mat. Look at you.
That's comfortable.
And do we know other people in the gym? I take it because it's a private gym, right? It's embarrassing to make love on a yoga mat.
cook walked in.
Listen, remember me in the steam room with Frank Sinatra?
Right.
Nothing is embarrassing.
Well, you are some catch.
Thank you.
No question about it. Now you got a kid with this man, and you're going to get married, you two, or what?
A boy. We have a nice, lovely boy named Ethan.
Now, what is the age spread on your kids? What's your oldest kid? And
Well, for my previous marriage,
Yeah.
my oldest is around 41. My youngest is around 28. And I have a young one that's 2 that I'm sharing diapers with. That's not true.
Wait a second. Can I ask you something? Though?
Yeah, like you won't. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you be honest now?
Am I what?
Are you actively involved in raising the kid? I mean, you're at a point in your life. What? You're at a point in your life. You got to be a little exhausted.
Well, of course, it's another chapter. But I'm so into this kid that I am active.
Yeah.
She'll tell you. I'm very involved with him.
Really?
Tell him.
Every day.
Yeah,
What does he do?
They jump in the bed in the morning with us, and they have their formula, and we cuddle and watch TV, and they're with us all day long. And at night, he takes a shower with the kids. And
You shower with the kids?
Well,
Yeah,
my
give
little
him
boy
baths
comes
and all
in, and we bathe him, and we shower, we go for walks, we go to horses.
You're
we
nude with
ride
the kid
horses.
showering?
no, T-shirt and
T-shirt and
underwear.
All right.
Well, when her little girl's there, but with my boy, I can do whatever I want.
With the 41-year-old too, you're showering?
Yeah, he gets all
No,
the kids
the
in
other
there.
kids are gone already.
The other kids are out, all right.
So you think I let my
Now, did
commune
you
go
have
on?
other celebrity clients that trained with you when you were?
Yeah, a lot of them.
And did a lot of them come on to you?
Yeah, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
it was not what I wanted to do. And, I keep my work and private life separate.
Except in this case.
In this
But
case, you
Paul
seem
was
to break.
different.
He was different.
Yeah.
So you had celebrity clients, and who were the celebrities that hit on you that were trying to get in your pants?
Most of them.
Most of them, all of them.
Are you not going to give us any names?
No, she's not going to give you any names.
Can I be honest with you? I would hit on you myself if you were trained.
You'd hit on a snake if they held it.
You're goddamn right I would. I mean, it's kind of hard. What, would you come over in a leotard to Mr. Anka's house?
Sweatsuit.
Sweatsuit,
yeah.
yeah.
Top and some tight pants, though.
But in
Paul,
the
be honest, really, Paul, honestly, how do you make that move from...
How can I not be honest?
No, but I mean, how do you make the move from like, okay, here's a woman in your home, she's working.
To...
How does one get into the pants of their personal trainer? That should be
Well, why does it matter? You got 3 guys already, big movie stars that hit on 3 waitresses. You got George Clooney, Mark Damon. They're people. It has nothing to do with what their occupation is.
How did you make the move
we're asking about you.
Personal trainer
the point
to
is
lover?
You meet someone. Yeah. All of us walk through life, and you never know at any moment. You see somebody that you're attracted to.
Yes.
She walked in as a human being first, and I was attracted to her.
How do you say to her, I'm attracted to you?
Yeah, do you wait? Do you say at the first moment she walks in? Or?
No, of course not. No, I think
cool,
I think everybody kind of feels a vibe, and I think in time, whether it's after whatever, all in the right way, you communicate to someone, and if the attraction is there both ways, you know what it is. I'm not going to teach you guys what it is.
Mr. Anka, I don't mean any offense, but would you stretch me now? I mean, if you don't mind.
She can stretch you.
But you're not doing that anymore. You're out of the business, I would take it, now that you're Mrs. Paul Anka. Well, almost Mrs. Paul Anka. And are you putting pressure on him to marry you?
No.
Right. Now, I take it when you two became lovers, no rubbers were involved. That's how the baby was born, right? I mean,
you planned this, or was this...
Did you pull out, Mr. Anka? Or did
He did, but I miscounted, and that's what happened.
Not a great mathematician.
Oh, look at you.
This happens.
So I tell you, that's amazing. Well, that's very good. Will you get married again, Mr. Anka, or is it that you lost too much money?
Or will you do the prenup?
No, I would get married.
You do a prenup, though, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Anna, she understands that. Yeah.
Yes. Anna, you understand that?
Only if there's a couple of million involved.
Smart girl. Well, a pleasure to meet you.
Same. Thank you so
lovely.
much.
Beautiful. Next time, please wear a dress.
I will.
All right. Well, you are one lucky man, aren't you?
Yes.
Life's been good to you.
Now, you didn't think a kid was coming along at this time in your life, did you?
No.
See, it's a surprise, Howard.
Oh, look at him. Look at the expression on his face. He's very surprised.
That's good. With a personal trainer, they get right back into shape.
Oh, yeah, look at her.
That's a beautiful girl. I mean,
whip themselves back
she's a lovely girl. Very good girl. But once you have the child, and you know what, I don't know. Do you have children?
No.
Yeah, it's...
You wearing rubbers now?
You look at that child. You look at that child, and that's it. It's your whole life. And, yes,
are you wearing rubbers now?
At this very moment?
No.
No, I have boots on with a rubber sole that you can see.
No, but I mean, are you taking some sort of precaution to... No, you don't care?
No, I had a vasectomy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
After this one?
After I had the child.
Okay.
Well, Howard
what do they do?
is thinking about
it. I want to do it. I'm thinking of getting married. I'm getting married. I'm engaged.
Well, yeah, but you got second thoughts, I hear. You get
No.
Well, that's all bullshit.
No, I want to get married.
Yeah, we should. She seems like a very nice
She's a great girl. I want a vasectomy. I'm afraid. Do you still get as much? Is there still as much ejaculate?
It's a non-event. You feel nothing.
Your balls
There's
are injected?
Nothing to it. I was out cold. He could do what he wants till I wake up. I was out cold, okay?
Yeah.
Nothing, a non-event, and everything else works.
And you wake up and no pain?
Nothing. I'm telling you, I wish it's like better than a
How
dentist.
long before you're back in commission?
Yeah.
5 days.
5 days back in the saddle.
Yeah.
Please, if I'm getting too personal, you can stop. The amount of ejaculation is just as much, or there's less?
I'm not that definitive in the detail.
Right,
All I
you don't
know,
look at it?
It works.
You feel fine?
Everything is cool.
Stuff comes
Nothing.
out.
Everything's cool.
Wow.
Back to normal.
Look at you.
Back to normal. I would suggest you really do it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, don't
I want
get her
that.
Otherwise, you'll be bouncing the 2-year-old. That's what's going to happen.
I don't want that. I don't want to bounce a 2-year-old.
Then listen, you got to go for it. I'm telling you, Howard, there's nothing to it. Seriously. I mean, that stuff doesn't bother me anyway. You can put me under needles, all that stuff.
Yeah.
In today's world, and where they're so advanced in medicine, we are living in the greatest time in terms of the advantages to us in terms of medicine. They know 80% of what's going on in your body. They can get stuff done. Go for it. Do it. It's nothing.
I'm going to do it.
I'll pay for it.
Thank you. That's what I was really
You
getting
don't
at.
want another Stern walking near.
Yeah, you don't want another Stern walking near.
Doesn't bother me.
You don't even care. Let me tell you know something? I always thought about this. When you wrote the song My Way for Frank Sinatra, he should have blown you. I mean, that was some song.
That's a great song.
That was low on my list of what I wanted from Frank Sinatra.
I did it my way.
But you wrote that. You saw him and you were inspired to write that? Was he the inspiration for the song?
He'd always joked with me about writing for him. I wasn't going to give him Lonely Boy and all that bullshit.
Right.
So my friend Don Costa introduced him. He became his producer. So we were down in Miami. He's doing a movie. He calls me up. He says, "Kid, come on, have dinner." I go and have dinner with him. This is like 67. He said, I'm quitting. I've had it. You know, because you go in his room with him, there were holes all over the wall because they were bugging him. So you have one guy on salary just putting new phones in.
Why were they bugging him? Because of mob stuff? Mob guys.
So he said, look, I've had it. I'm quitting, blah, blah, blah. So this really moved me because I said, Sinatra, leaving, ding, ding. Came back to New York where I was living. 1 o'clock in the morning, I started writing as if Frank Sinatra were writing the lyrics. So I started metaphorically with a now, the end is near, final curtain. I finish it. I called him
How long does that take you to finish?
5 hours.
5 hours you wrote the entire song My Way?
Yeah.
Music came first or the lyrics?
Well, I had the music. It was a French melody. Which I changed the whole vibe to it, recreated the song.
And you said, hey.
I fly out to Vegas. I give him the demo record. I said, Frank, here for your last album. He listened to it. I knew they liked it. 2 months later, I get a call. He's in a studio, puts the phone up, says, kid, listen to this. And they play me My Way. For the first time, I started crying. It was kind of a turning point, you know, for me as a writer, growing up, all of that. So I had no regrets about giving it away because he was the only guy to do it.
How old were you when you wrote that?
My late 20s.
No kidding. That's a pretty sophisticated song to write for an old guy, you know,
age group,
to be 20.
To me, it's one of the best songs ever written.
And a great performance.
Because there's only
Sinatra.
certain people who could sing it. Like, it's so self-congratulatory that Elvis, Frank, Sinatra, like, not many people can get away with it.
I tried to talk Elvis out of doing it because when I was with him in Vegas, he would always, you know, I watched that transition because we were together in the early 60s, and then all of a sudden he comes to Vegas, he still looks like that god, that great voice, and then all of a sudden with every meeting at Caesars, this guy was like expanding out of his skin, and he'd sit there and he'd, hey, Paulie, I'm going to do that song My Way, Paulie. Elvis, you don't want to do it. It's not your no, man, it means so much to me. You know, he was so whacked out. So finally, he does record it and does it on stage, and then I got it. It meant so much to him because of what he was going through, and we couldn't pull him out of it. He was just on that slope.
So you knew Elvis, too?
Yeah, he knows them all. So when Sinatra records his thing and he holds it up on the phone so you can hear it, you start to cry. You're like, oh, my God, this is great.
Yeah.
Do you know right away this is going to be not only a hit, but
a signature?
You know it's special. Howard, none of us in the business, you know, there's those few times when you really sense a smash. You know it.
You
know it, but there's a lot of times where you do something professionally and you just don't know it. But that was one of the times where I knew it was something
How long before you wrote that thing, it all of a sudden now is a song on the radio? It's pretty instantaneous, right?
Probably about 2-3 months later, yeah.
2-3 months later, and then it becomes like a #1 song.
Yeah, and he decides not to retire anymore.
Right.
So then I wrote the second song, Let Me Try Again. Let me try again. He came back in the business.
Yeah, right. Well, fine. Let him keep coming
back. You know, My Way, I know every word to that song, and I used to, when I worked on the port as a longshoreman, one of my jobs was I had it for 10 hours. You'd have to stand by an orange juice ship while it would unload into a truck, and to kill time, I would sing My Way, and I knew like about 8 My Ways was another break.
Let's go to Tito. Tito in San Diego. Go ahead, quickly.
Oh my God, Howard, Mr. Anka, you have to be one of the best guests that Howard's ever had.
Hey, thanks, Tito. Thank you.
We love him.
By the way, Paul Anka put out an album of classic songs. My Way is in stores now, actually. The album is called My Way?
It's called Classic Songs My Way. I've got, it's kind of a paraphrase of Rock Swings, the other album. It has the Killers, Mr. Brightside. We've got Cyndi Lauper stuff. We've got Bob Seger. So it's a take on all of those, you know, great songs redone in My Way. We've got Bon Jovi doing My Way.
Wow.
I got Michael Bublé singing You're My Destiny. Sammy Davis doing I'm Not Anyone.
You've got on the album Bon Jovi is singing My Way. Gary, bring me a copy of that immediately.
I would love to hear that. Yeah.
Also see Paul Anka at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut this Saturday and Sunday. What do you do? An hour and a half?
Close to 2 hours.
Close to 2 hours. You go out there, you entertain the audience.
Yeah, that's what
Now, Vegas isn't the same anymore, is it? There's no...
Not like it was.
You don't want to go out and hang out with Celine Dion, do you?
There's nothing.
Who would you hang with? Siegfried and Roy? I mean, there's nobody around. I mean, who's left?
Yeah, it's a different scene out there. It's all corporate. It's all so isolated. It's not like it was yesterday. I mean, it's a cool place to go to.
Yeah, the group from Cirque du Soleil, you don't get to
The hookers have no honor.
Go ahead, Marty. Let's buzz through.
They'll rip you right off.
Let's buzz through a couple of calls. Marty, go ahead.
Hey, Howard. Paul Anka is one of your best and funniest guests, and his stories are just awesome. You should. Do you ever think about giving him an hour on Sirius?
I give him an hour anytime he wants it. If he feels like doing that thing, I don't. I wouldn't insult him by. Do you want him to do an hour? I mean, you know, you'll tell me if you ever want to do an hour.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right, that's all.
Yeah.
Jay,
Listen,
go
I
ahead.
have fun when I'm here. That's it.
That's all. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Jay, go ahead. You're on the air in Charleston, South Carolina. Go ahead.
I just want to say it's an honor to talk to such a cocksman like Paul Anka.
He is a cocksman.
I also want to know if he banged my mom. I don't know the timeline, but she worked for an accounting firm in L.A.
Yeah.
And she said that he would fly her out to Vegas on his private jet to come see shows and stuff like that. And my thought is, you're not going to pick up a broad in your private jet without banging her.
No, sometimes you do. Who was she?
By the way, I have the same question. Did you bang my mom?
I don't
Did
know.
he ever fly your mom out?
Yeah, matter of fact.
What was your mom's name, Jay?
Her name's Becky.
Becky, who'd she work for?
I don't know the accounting firm. She said that one time you flew out to L.A. to just to sign some paperwork. And
well, I lived in Vegas, and get back and forth. I had a Learjet, and I would fly, employees, people that worked for me in to see shows. It's a nice thing to do because
you
it's
probably
a perk.
did bang his mom. Is your mom good looking?
Yeah, she's hot.
Oh,
did your mom?
She was back then, anyway.
What year was that?
I don't know the year. I'm sorry, I don't have all the details.
Well, how old are you?
Where is your mom?
My mom's in, she's in Charleston right now, but I'm 30.
Can you get her on the phone?
Yeah, we'll try to figure this out for you.
Paul Anka will tell you what she's like in bed.
I just tried to call her a few minutes ago, and I can't reach her.
Who knows? Maybe she blew you or something?
No, she's listening to the show and she ain't answering the phone.
You know what you do, Jay? Do me a favor. The next time Paul Anka's here, we'll get that lined up, get your mom on the phone, and we'll find out if Paul Anka did it. That's all.
All right, cool.
Have you asked your mom? Did your mom say yes or no?
She says they didn't, but I don't believe that.
Right. Paul Anka will tell you the truth.
Moms don't lie normally, man.
You might even be Paul Anka's son for all we know.
Hey, let me hear you sing.
Mike, you're on the air in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Hey, Paul and Howard. I was just curious what Paul Anka thought of when Sid Vicious covered My Way back in the 70s.
Yeah, it was a little jolting, for that knee-jerk reaction. But after I got into it and realized that he was sincere about it, and he went in and got a jazz band in Paris, and I spoke to Jonesy about it, who was his guitar player. And then, everybody's got to be entitled to talk and say what they want, sing what they want.
Right.
So I let it go. At first, it was like riveting to the wall.
Right. You probably said, oh, this guy's goofing on my song, as opposed to...
No, but that's what's great about that song. It could mean a different thing to all different generations. Like, it's such a poignant thing.
Did you guys ever get into hard drugs?
No.
Just drinking?
Drinking.
A little coke?
And weed.
Weed?
No coke? Yeah, he liked weed. Yeah.
Is that right? Frank Smoke was into the weed?
Frank smoked weed?
No, but I'll tell you what. When I started in the 56, 57, here's where you start making your choices in life. Frankie Lyman was one of the talented kids, and I loved Frankie. I would sit on a bus in a bathroom getting ready to go on, and he was shooting up the H.
Right.
And that's where you start looking at you like, hey, come on, man. Frankie ain't good, ain't doing it. That's where you start to get that foundation of choice on what you do. And that just sucked him in. And he was one of the most talented kids I ever been around.
Did you know he had all the wives in different places?
Oh, I knew. So I knew him with the Platters. They were all my buddies. We knew what was going on.
Sinatra smoking weed might have been freaky if he was weird on drinking.
Well, we knew he smoked weed. Everybody smoked weed. You look at everything today and you go, it was not like that yesterday.
I can't imagine Frank Sinatra rolling a joint.
I bet you Frank tried coke. I bet you Frank tried coke.
Jilly rolled it.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I mean, I
not around you.
I wouldn't comment.
He seemed
never
more like a coke guy to me.
Yeah, no, I can see him all hopped up.
Yeah, but weed was a hip musician thing in the 40s and 50s, so I'm sure he was exposed to that.
So you smoked
couldn't do drugs with Elvis.
Yeah, I tried weed.
You smoked some weed.
I've tried weed. Yeah. Elvis was more into the pills. And,
Elvis was a mess.
All of that poor guy. I mean, his whole thing was kind of. I told you the last time. I mean, these girls would come in another room. He wanted to suck my fingers.
What kind of freak is that?
Toe guy,
Finger toe guy. You think he might have been gay? Honest to God.
I don't know.
He only was.
He never came on to you.
No. The only guy ever came on to me, I was a kid doing impressions. I used to do Frankie Lane and Johnny Ray, because I wanted to start learning, hey, what was I going to do here? Entertain, what did I do? And I had my hit, Diana. I was flying to England, and on the plane, it's in my book, was a guy named Johnny Ray, who was the hugest. Right. I mean, you guys wouldn't even know who he is.
I know Johnny Ray.
I remember he had
millions.
hit songs.
I mean, the lines around the street at the Copa forever. So I'm going, Johnny Ray, man, I did that song, Cry. But I walked over and I sat down on the plane with him. The stewardess took me over. You got to remember, I'm 16 years old. Right. So I'm sitting, Mr. Ray, and we have your autograph. And I used to do invitations. And I've gotten my record. I said, I know, and it's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. So I've been rapping for about 10 minutes. All of a sudden, the hand goes over to like my left leg. Oh. I'm going, wait a minute, no, something wrong here, man. Cry, walking my baby back home. I'm walking my ass back to my seat.
Yeah.
I got up, made a left turn, and that was it.
Yeah, whenever a guy pays that much attention to you and talks to you for 10 minutes, you know something's wrong.
Yeah, probably it's a bad thing.
Well, I got to tell you, Paul Anka's album, Classic Songs, My Way, is in stores now. See Paul at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut this Saturday and Sunday. For more information, you go to paulanka.com. He's got a bunch of good tunes on there.
He's got a 2-year-old kid.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. It's hard selling CDs now. I mean, with the record business the way it is.
Oh, it's changing. Big
But
time.
in your, your fans still buy CDs.
Yeah,
don't they?
Yeah, mind. I mean, what it's going to evolve to, and even television, it's going to be no more. It's all into the whole downloading,
personal selection,
all that stuff, and it's going to be used differently. The infrastructure, record companies will be gone. There'll be no CDs, but there's so much volume. When everybody gets in the same room and agrees on the model, taking off again, big time. Yeah.
Paul Anka's album, get it now in stores, and don't forget the name of it. Classic Songs My Way. And then go over to Mohegan Sun. Be like the old days.
Borgata. Be
Nice.
Borgata. Be down in Borgata.
Oh, that too?
Be down in November. Yeah, I have a long-term deal there. Be there in November.
And don't gamble.
I do gamble.
You know you get
I like
carried.
it.
Yeah, but you get carried away.
Well, I used to, not anymore, man.
Yeah, man. I gambled with you.
You were there with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he a high
I
roller?
sit down. I get a call from the pit boss. Mr. Paul Anka wants to gamble with you. I said, send him down here. It would be great. I'd love to meet Paul Anka.
What, are you at the $5 table?
No, I was like at a $25 table.
With 3 guys.
Yeah, with 3 guys. And he sits down. And you know me, I don't play for a lot of money. I just have too much respect for the money, you know? Yeah. I'm just like, it's just too hard to come by. So you sit down. 3 hands later, he's down 10 grand. He gets up, he walks away, didn't even say goodbye. I think he was disgusted with
Would
me.
you say goodbye to anybody?
No.
If you lost 10 grand?
You're not kidding.
You're a mush. You don't even exist.
I know. And I go, oh shit, I lost. I bet $12. You know, and he's like, $12. And, I want to look like a big man. I put $25 on it.
You threw down your chips. $12.
I've sat with guys I've seen lose $1 million.
I know.
Try walking out with them.
Unbelievable.
And the casino gives them a watch.
Yeah, right.
Have you slowed down though?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. I set an amount and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
What's the amount you set, though?
What's the amount?
25 grand.
25 grand for the whole weekend. That's it.
That's it. I won't blow more. In the old days, with Frank and those, it was insane. I'll tell you stories in my book. Do we have time?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was playing there, and I played till about 9 in the morning one night.
Blackjack?
Yeah, blackjack. And I got the table spread. I got like 70,000 out there, one go, right?
You're turning Artie on. Go
so
ahead.
I'm really going and going and going. So finally, I walked away with some loot. And I go home, I had a home there at the time, and I had this doctor called John D. Fiore, real nice guy, and he'd come over and treat Sinatra and all of us, give us a little B12, spray our throat, because I'm up till 9 in the morning, I got to sing that night. So he walks in at 4.
I see you took your job very seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, really
so, I never blew the gig.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm sitting there, he comes to my house, 4 o'clock, and he walks, he says, I'm going to tell you a story. He said, were you gambling last night? I said, yeah. He said, well, this guy came into my office at 3 o'clock before I came over, and he's all stuffed up in his eyes, and he's like, all kinds of mess. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, he worked at Caesars, and he works up in the catwalk. Now, the catwalk, before the technology, these guys would walk on these planks and look through holes in the ceiling
to make sure you weren't cheating,
to see who was playing, and they were watching, right, all the players. And I said, well, the doctor said, well, I asked him, what were you doing? So they had me up till 9 in the morning watching this guy that was gambling because he was winning so much we didn't know what was going on. So, and he said, all that dust and stuff. And he said, well, who was the guy? He said, Paul Anka.
So this guy's whole job was watching you, make sure you were cheating.
He's dying up there.
Because now they have sophisticated camera equipment and all
Howard,
that.
in those days, let me tell you something. Those guys were called mechanics, and they'd come in with a single deck when they had them.
Right.
And we were all so close and all knew each other, and we tipped like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 because we knew they had families. They weren't earning money. Atlantic City comes in. It was like a ghost town for a while. And we would have like a guy that we knew, a dealer who was a single deck guy. And they were known as mechanics that they would bring in on some guy that was winning a lot, and he could shuffle those cards any way he wanted.
Wow.
So I'd go, hit me, and he'd go, no, you don't want it.
Really? Those were the days to gamble. You had a little edge.
Well, in the beginning.
Now nobody gives you any help.
Nothing. You're lucky if they give you a drink.
I am always shocked that Frank Sinatra was so arrogant that he thought that the casino should give him free chips. And doesn't that take away the whole thrill? If they're giving you free chips, who the hell wants to gamble?
He wanted the winnings. He would have taken the winnings. He wasn't going to get that back
is money.
to the casino.
You get a guy that's worth $5 million, he's getting off on screwing you for $70,000.
That's right.
Trust me. Yeah, no. Yeah. They were messing around with the chips and all of that back then, and that's those days are gone.
What do you think of George Clooney and those guys trying to recreate the whole whack pack thing?
Nah, fuck them. That ain't it. That ain't it. It's nothing. I mean, it's nice and Jerry Weintraub's a great guy and an old friend, and he tried to recreate, but those guys don't know what the smell and the feel of that world is. You know, they
don't know how to operate.
They do this hang, but it ain't a hang.
Yeah. They don't go to the steam room and bang bras. They don't know what to do.
They seem like a bunch of nice guys, but
they probably
Ocean's 13. I was with Jerry.
They don't gamble till 9 in the morning. These guys. No.
They're lucky to spend 9 minutes.
That's right.
Right. They're sipping tea, not bourbon.
Yeah, they don't knock up chicks.
I don't know them well, so I can't really comment, but it doesn't entice me in any way.
Mark Damon never had a B12 shot at 9.
And it's sprayed.
Hey, Paul Anka, you're the best, man, and we love you, and we wish you best of luck on the new album, Classic Songs My Way, in stores now. I encourage my audience to go out and support Paul Anka, get the album, check him out, and see him at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut this Saturday and Sunday. And go to paulanka.com. You'll see all his dates, when he's playing the Borgata and everything else. And, listen. What can I say? It's always a home run when you're here.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. Paul Anka, everybody. We'll be back right after these words.
Where are we going?
Mr. Anka.
Are you ready, my dear? You're now a radio star.
Yes, she was great.
Mr. Enge,
So cool, man. I love it here.
he loves when you tell the stories from back in the day. He really.
Listen, it allows you to. These are great interviews.
So it doesn't get old for you telling those stories. You don't mind.
It's part of your life.
That's true.
It's fun.
Now you brought Anna into the picture too. Were you?
She's got some storage. We're gonna have to shut her down.
Yeah. Were you cringing a little bit when he brought her in, or were you?
No,
knew
I,
he'd be
asked,
okay?
I wanted him to bring her in. Did you hear me say bring her
Right,
in?
but when
she
you
knew how to handle herself.
That's true. You did well in there, Anna.
Yeah, she put him on a little bit. Told a lot of lies.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping down.
Yeah. Are you interested in marriage or no?
Yeah, not the same way. Like I think as a partnership kind of thing.
What does that mean?
It means I don't think monogamy is an important part of it.
Ah.
But I think the partnership, like for a lifetime, is.
So do you have to be? You can fuck around with other girls, but she can't screw around.
That's
with
how
guys.
I would feel. She doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Well, are you monogamous now?
No.
Wait a second. Why are they writing a note here? Benji and Sheila broke up.
What?
Is that true? You guys broke up?
Yeah.
Well, why are you such an asshole?
I didn't want to talk about it on the air.
Oh. What a weirdo.
Well, we're still really close, though.
I mean, I'm asking the guy a question. I had no idea, by the way. I was just, it just shows you.
We weren't headed anywhere for any particular reason.
Why'd you guys break up? She seemed like a real great girl.
She is. I love her very much.
You got bored?
No, it was just mutually some lifestyle differences.
Like what? Like what's your big difference?
I'm very, very spontaneous. And
Right.
She's very much likes to plan things. She's actually really similar to you.
Right.
Like her lifestyle, I think, is very
plotted out and
just the way she looks at the world, and I think is very similar to you.
How are you spontaneous? I'm just curious.
I would at least psychologically, maybe I would like just go walk to Kansas right now.
Right.
But you don't.
Because you're crazy.
Right. No, it's not.
Meanwhile, you come here every day, you show up for work. I mean, you're not that crazy.
Absolutely not.
Well, you're one
Well,
redeeming...
there was the lifestyle change that took them apart. He could walk to Kansas.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I could walk to Kansas. Good.
I could fly to the moon.
At his weight, I don't think he could walk around the block.
Well, he's sweating so much you'd think he had walked to
They
Kansas.
block traffic today.
So the one redeeming quality about you, which was your girlfriend, is now gone.
Well, we're still real close.
Right. But it's not a sexual relationship, it's a friendship.
It's a friendship.
Right.
When
I
did
get
you
that.
two break up?
It's been basically over the last year.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe that a girl would want to stop having sex with you.
It is, I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best benefit of knowing
But
you.
listen to that, Howard. Over the last, I mean, they've been broken up for quite a while.
Yeah, he doesn't tell anyone. It's just weird.
Were you broken up then with the Bubba wedding stuff and just kind of like making appearances?
Were you broken up at my engagement party that Robin threw for me?
She had a tragedy before that.
Yeah.
And
yeah, she met you.
Well, that was several years.
This was a recent tragedy.
Yeah. And we were sort of, I mean, when you look back now, you could pinpoint the breakup was probably before that. But at that point, it wasn't exactly definite yet.
I'm getting a note here. He was broken up with her at the engagement party. Yeah, okay. I just need a straight answer, Ben.
How's that? Howard,
I'm just
when
curious.
a relationship falls apart, you don't know exactly.
Okay, Ben.
We don't
All right,
have
no
an
one
official-
knows, but everyone has to inform me. You're over a year now. You've been broken up, and people tell me.
I don't think so. I don't think at the engagement party we were telling people at all.
Not telling is.
Look at that toy. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Alright, let's just keep going. Let's go back up though, because we were going away.
There's a ball.
Where? That's not a ball.
Oh.
Move!
Fragment.
That shit got these ugly So you gotta know how to keep pull out here. You're such a guy. Wait, hold on, let me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Test my still technically. There's a green thing right here that I'm about to eat. Green. The green. That is fire. Alright, let's go up. Let's go up. Now. Oh, I'm a little hungry. Let me see if we got any food or stomacher. Oh, I don't got no food or. What? What is this? A box?
Here.
You got fooder for me? To eat her? Thank you. What a kind lady. What?
Green things everywhere. Blue things over there.
Wait. Come up.
Red thing over there.
Come up. Trust. I see that egg. I'm going to get it. Come up. It's gonna be boring. It's a large dark egg. Yes! What is that? A boar? Fresh boar? Oh, you wanna go get it? Wait, what? Where are you fucking going?
Must have died.
Where are you? An egg!
No! No, it's mine! No, Dominic, don't play with me. It's mine. No, it's mine. You can't even play like that. Dominic, no! Dominic!
No, it won't work. Yes, it worked. What is it? I'm not gonna grab it. Where am I? A large... Dude, come on, let me get it. Dude. I'm about to start stealing eggs from you, bro.
No, that was my egg. Let's not steal each other's eggs. Let's not be on each other's time, okay? I won't steal your eggs, you don't steal mine. If I found first, I can first. And we respect that.
I found one.
Alright.
What? Huh? You're gonna get a boar? I want a boar.
Yeah.
There's something over here, right over here.
Yeah.
merchant. So, oh my God! Finally, finally, you're all gone. You're all gone. Yes. 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 I'm selling hands. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did. I do. You can buy medical supplies.
Buy shit to fix my cat. How much money? How much money? How much money? I got it. I got it. Don't worry about that. I got that. Right now, I just need 800. Up. This little shack. No. Not that. Don't. I was about to say that nigga looking super spicy.
You're in trouble with being able to fix it. In here?
What are these fractures? How many can I buy? Oh my gosh. Can I buy 6 more? Let's do that.
Dude, how do you sell them? The pause button?
Huh?
How do you sell them?
Yeah. Push triangle, my bad. Triangle.
What?
Yeah. Dude. That nigga big. What? That's a good cat.
What?
There's a cow that you can use. Looks like there's nothing about. Oh shit, fast travel. Could we go up? Nothing.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. Yeah.
that thing is a statue. That's why I told you to check it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that.
Yeah. Yes. Oh. What? Yes.
Cool.
There's some debris down there that I got, and it was a nail.
You got nails?
Mm-hmm.
Multiple or just one?
I don't know.
You still can use that shit. Yeah, I kept moving up. I'm about to find this thing. Bro, talking about giving it up. Come on now. Why did you hating, nigga? Get your hating ass out my chat. How about that?
What, playing this?
I guess so. That nigga a hater, man. I might not go to bed. He wants to go to sleep. He wants to go to bed. Oh, you was upset?
I don't know what it was.
Huh? Did that make you upset?
No, I just didn't like
I'm up. I told you I was climbing it. There's an egg over there. You want it?
Where?
Right over there. You see it?
Over here?
Just climb onto the platform, Mama. And like, we gotta go over there though. That looks like a whole that looks scary. That.
We can do it.
Hold on. Let's check the rest of this. Let's check over here.
Yeah.
Green thing.
What?
I'm hearing like you already got it.
What green thing?
But over there.
Over where?
Did you already go in there and get this? Ball.
That's a ball?
Well, no, there's actually a green thing.
What fucking green thing? I'm so confused.
Did you come over here already? Why not?
Oh. I found the egg.
What?
Not the ball. I can't get the ball. Right? If you already got it, I'm about to get a duck. No, I definitely didn't get that. You're gonna have to stand by that or something. I'm about to get a duck. Praying on the duck. Nigga, come here, nigga.
Whoa.
How the fuck do I get back up? Body surfing. Where is it?
What?
The
Oh, it's right up here, right up the phone.
Up? All the way up?
Not all the way.
Where are you at?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
You can't go all the way up it, and then you can drop.
What do you mean?
That's exactly how this girl in Taekwondo
Yeah.
Right here, around her.
Huh. Well, thank you.